Deep within the depths of Monkey Meadow, a species unlike any other is lurking, waiting to claim its next victim. The MOAB test balloon with its 100 million health, the top of the food chain, the apex predator of the balloon's ecosystem. Alright, that's enough. I'm trying to explain that this thing is about as hard as it gets, okay? Having more than double the health of a tier 5 elite boss. To also put into perspective, it's about the same health as 258 fortified BADs. Now what I'll be doing today is the ultimate experiment. Seeing how many of each tier 5, each hero, and each paragon it takes to take this thing down. So yeah, why don't we get started? First up, like always, the Ultra Juggernaut. If you've seen the tier 5s versus the regular test balloon video, you'll know this thing worked perfectly on the regular guy. Like look, if you call that guy in, he just gets infinitely stunned until he dies. Now will it be the same story for the MOAB test balloon? Because it does have MOAB class properties, anything such as like a cripple MOAB and blah blah blah, they can all push it back and it's great. But when it comes to the little guys, the little stunners like this, it just doesn't work. It's gonna suck. Obviously there's no sort of knockback, the damage is not good at all, literally 300, not even. Let's actually do the math really quick. How many of these would we need to take care of this guy, theoretically? 338,983 Ultra Juggernauts is how many it would take. However, even if we know we're not going to get it, we're still going to fill up the entire map and push it to its limit. Maybe having a bunch of them can slow it down. You'd never know with these types of experiments. Damage on each of these is the exact same as it just was. If anything, it's going to be worse because like this guy down here, it's only going to barely hit the track. He has 14 damage. It's honestly a huge waste of time, but it does look cool, so, you know, maybe it's not a huge waste of time. As it goes out, that just proves it is not possible with the Ultra Juggernaut. Plasma Monkey Fan Club. Part 2, this is going to be a much faster paced video than normal. Obviously, the darts cannot knock it back or take care of it. We press the ability, it turns into a Mr. Plasma. Still, no knockback, unfortunately. It does deal quite a bit more damage than at least the Ultra Juggernaut did. We're getting a couple thousand. So I guess instead of like 350,000 towers, it'll only take 39,619. I mean, that's improvement. That's all we can ask for. So the thing is, I could just go like this and put like 10 of them down and not fill up the entire map just to show you what it looks like. And honestly, I might do that, I might not. It does look cool, but it's kind of pointless. We have a whole lot to get to in this video, so this is kind of just a waste of time. With that being said, here's the full map. We had 359 of them. I threw an auto clicker on top of it. All the abilities are activating simultaneously. It's kind of beautiful. And again, okay damage. It's dealing a few thousand, which like you might be able to pop a regular test balloon like this. But this thing is better tenfold. Not even tenfold, 100-fold, literally. Plasma Monkey Fan Club, nice try, but not good enough. Crossbow Master. I did go for the middle cross path, so there's no need to yell at me, I did it right. Let's see how much damage you can do. You have some criticals, right? Yeah, there's a couple here and there. It is better than the middle path. We're at almost 4,000 damage at this point, 4,500, which once again is an improvement. I will take it. I know these are all starting out very similarly, but I want you to keep in mind, I promise it's not all going to be like this. There's going to be many towers that can do it by themselves. There's going to be ones that take literally, I don't know, 10. It's not going to be a full map. Call it in, we're going to see a lot of criticals. Probably won't even be able to see this guy. Another thing to keep in mind that I didn't mention is that the entire video, we will be playing on round 1. When it comes to the regular test balloon and the MOAB test balloon, their health doesn't scale. It's 100 million. Now it'd be 100 million at round 900. The only thing that scales is their speed. So like, honestly, we're not going to get it. Why don't we just try this? Round 999 MOAB test balloon. You see the difference? The other one was like barely creeping forward. This one just running across the entire map instantly. Regardless of the two different speeds, the simple answer is no. Apex Plasma Master, degree 100. Now you may look at this guy and think, nope, you're lying. This is not a degree 100. Let me tell you it is. It just doesn't visually look like it. It looks like a degree 1. The reason for that is this. The OP version of Paragon Totems in Shop. Essentially, all you have to do is get down 1, upgrade any of these guys without sacrifices, without any money going into it, and it'll be degree 100 every time. Anyways, first Paragon, that's pretty exciting. No sort of knockback though, so that kind of sucks. So this one is a lot more dependent on the map. If we had like that bush map, you know, we'd probably deal a lot more damage, but even at this point, it's doing pretty well. We're up to 50k already, and the grand total about 84,000. As before, this is the perfect placement. We got it right here. It wouldn't be quite as much. So I'm going to say like averaging out 75,000. Oh, god damn it. This is the worst thing ever. Filling the map with paragons has to be the most tedious thing you can ever do in the history of the game. No copy and paste mod works with it. You have to do everything perfect, everything manually. Get this guy, upgrade these. Bam, 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 bam. And that's 3. And it's been like a minute. Well, that was fun, and it's only the beginning. I hope, like, okay, I feel like this Paragon is one of the least strong ones, at least in a 1v1 situation. I hope there's gonna be ones that get like 2 million each, you know, so then we only have to get down 50 of them, not 300. So there's gonna be a whole lot more of this, but like, maybe not to this extent. I hope not. Shut up, dude. Call it in. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. Whole lot of purple going everywhere. I also did get a permaspike all the way down here. If I can click on him. Yeah, right there. That way we know if we dealt any damage to it. I don't think we're going to win, but still, better safe than sorry. There's understandably a lot of lag, but honestly not to the extent that you would think a full map at degree 100 paragons would have. Like, I've seen some tier 5s way worse than this. Most of these top guys are now out of range, so maybe we can see how much they have. Like this guy up in the corner, 17,000. Okay, so I overestimated. I think with the calculations of that, we'd need like 4,000 degree 100 Apex Plasma Masters. Isn't that just fucking absurd? Like, that would never happen. That's this times like 15. All just to take down this little goofball. Dude, are you serious? Any moment now it passes over the permaspike. It's gonna go out, and then hopefully it'll stop lagging. It'll chill out for a second. See? Ready? 3, 2, yes. That's so nice. Now they're all smooth and beautiful. Some of them had more, actually. Damn, wait. 93,000, 108,000. So we might have been a little closer than expected, but also, yeah, these guys in the corner, not even barely anything. Quincy, our very first hero. Go ahead, max you out, get to level 20. Now he looks all cool. I actually bought this skin just for my previous thumbnail, and now I actually like it a lot, so I kept it on. Pretty sweet looking, honestly. Let's call it in. Let's see if it has any sort of knockback. I really hope so, because I don't like upgrading all of these. So nothing from the regular attack. We activate this. Faster speed, but still no. And the arrows, I highly doubt we'll be able to. Nope. Oh, what a great start. Dude, upgrading heroes, you're gonna see in a second, is like almost as tedious as Paragons. Not quite as bad, but it still sucks. Damage is only like 6,500, not even near what we need. So this is what I have to do. Level 20. Level 20. Level 20. I don't have any sort of auto clicker or anything. I'm just tapping my keyboard as fast as I can. It doesn't seem too bad for a little bit. I mean, like 10 to 15, you're like, ah, this is super easy. And then your fingers start to get tired. You have to switch hands. It gets annoying. I believe that's everybody. We have 248, which doesn't sound right. I think it's like 250 something. Oh yeah, you see that? Sneaky bastard. And here, dude, I'm on a little manhunt right now. Brown? I see brown. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. I think we're good to go now. Let's call it in. Activate the auto clicker as soon as possible. As fast as possible, I guess. Have a lot of blue arrows going around. If you saw my regular test balloon versus all heroes, this looks pretty familiar to you. If it can't pop the fucking normal test balloon, you think it's gonna do this one. Here's the arrow rain ability. It makes an X. It looks amazing. It's just so strange because it feels like this should be dealing like 1 billion damage every second. At least that's what it looks like, right? But no. Each one of these only has like 3,000 or 4,000. Round 2. Okay, here we go. More blue. And out it goes. I think we all expected that one. Yeah, moving on. Glaive Lord. Currently, I have the faster rings cross path. I don't know if the other one's better. I'll do 2 tests, okay? Everyone's always getting mad at me for doing the wrong cross path. It's like, hey, it's not that deep, dude. Not the end of the world. Chill out. But I could have had an extra 1,000 damage spread across 300 of them. That's quite a bit of difference. I don't think this has knockback, right? No. The damage is not too bad, though, actually. There's nothing to micro on this one, so it's pretty... What is that? Why is there little slashes on him? Regardless, damage was 3,900. It's still going. 4,100, 42. What the hell? Oh, this thing's sweet, dude. 4842. Now we do red hot rings, and it has bigger range. So let's see if that would be better. Genuinely have no idea. See, it's not as big of a difference as you might think. Did get slightly extra though, so that's the one we're going for. I don't remember the last time I filled up the map with Glaive Lords. It honestly looks so cool. I love it. I'm a big fan of purple, if you can't tell by my channel aesthetic. This is kind of a darker purple, but still, it looks great with the red, with the blah blah blahs, with the not having any goddamn power to take care of anything. Each of these is 1700. Are you serious? Permacharge. Once again, I have no clue what crosspath to go for, so we'll do both. Glaives gives you how much? I called it in. Come on. Come on, there you are. Activate the ability. That's not promising. Not promising whatsoever. 5,100 damage. Do this guy know? Bottom path? Don't worry, I'll reset the damage so it's fair. Call him in, activate the ability. And damn, dude, more than double the damage. Okay, maybe cross-pathing is a big deal. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was actually gonna go for glaives, so I'm really happy I didn't. Nothing really stands a good chance against this unless it has knockback, so at least it's gonna look cool. Activate all the abilities. All these boomerangs are gonna start turning purple instead of red. At least that's what I'm hoping, because that means the ability is active. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty fancy, huh? And then they lose their cool ability. It starts getting a little like green and yellow and yucky. Genuinely tell me in the comments, who likes the color yellow? I don't know what it is. I hate it. I hate yellow. I also don't really like orange. Just like purple and blue, essentially. Oh, auto clicker stop. As expected, we are nowhere near it. Damage like 10,000 for each of them, which isn't even that bad for a tier 5, honestly. That's like a 7th of the worst Paragon. MOAB domination. The very first one of this entire video that has MOAB in the name. That means good things for us. Please, I swear to God, if it doesn't have knockback. Oh, it does! Yes! Oh, look at that. This is what we've been waiting for. Is it? Can it not permastall? Oh my God, dude, really? It's not even gonna be one? I think we're gonna have to get 2. If I had to guess. Oh boy, okay. We'll get this one the other cross path just to see maybe if it makes a difference. And 2 of them seems to be permastalling. Yeah, it's starting to like push it back instead of slowly creeping forward. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done. So if you saw the regular test balloon versus tier 5's video, you'll know that every single one of those, I waited it out. I let it pop it. And some of those sped up would take like an hour or 2 just for 1 million. Now imagine 100 million. This guy, even in 25 times speed, is only getting a couple thousand per second, so that's gonna take a long time. This is the fastest I can possibly go, and understandably I do not want to do that. So congrats, MOAB domination. It only takes 2. I've actually been playing that game with my girlfriend recently. It Takes Two. What a masterpiece, dude. Honestly, that's such a fun game. Glaive Dominus. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every single Paragon inherits at least one thing from each path. So for this one to be the MOAB domination knockback, right? All we're gonna need is 1. Yeah. You see that? And we don't even need 2 either. It's strong enough to where it just permanently stalls it. It's going 100 times speed, fast as you can go. That's actually... I'll wait this one out. That's not too bad. Yeah, buddy. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Popped it. Actually popped it. 100 million health. When it comes to ones like that, where it's not going to take literally the entire, like 24 hours to pop, I will do those ones. Just the other ones, please understand. Gwendolyn. I think I found my groove. I think we're going to go the 3 tier 5s of each tower and their Paragon if they have one. Then we'll do a hero, then another 3 tier 5s, hero, 3 tier 5s, hero. Keep swapping back and forth. Molotov, nothing. Big flame, nothing. So our luck has ran out. We got 2 good ones in a row, and now we're gonna have a shitty one. It's gonna take all day to fill up the map. Not even all day. Let's just stop exaggerating. Like an hour or so, maybe. Gwendolyn, unfortunately, not only doesn't deal that much damage, doesn't have knockback, but also the abilities are so inconsistent, I guess you could say. If I were to click one of these bottles, right, in the bottom left, it'll throw it from this person right here. Next one I click, look at that. Doesn't even work. You know what that means? It's like this person or this person or this person, someone that can't actually reach the track, so they can't throw their bottle. I put the auto clicker on top of it. You see that? It just doesn't work. And obviously I'm not going to go through and manually activate every single one of these. That's not happening in a million years. So we're going to do without that ability. Call this guy in. We can do this one though. Watch, it looks pretty sweet. Ready? Go! Starts to lag quite a bit because the whole screen, it just turns into hell. Everything lights on fire. Everything's ablaze. It's now Arizona. Could you please stop lagging for 2 goddamn seconds? I'm going to turn off the auto clicker. I think all of you know exactly what it looks like now. See, it's just back to normal. He has fireproof sunglasses. Unfortunately, that's what keeps him protected. You know, that's actually what it is. If you take the sunglasses off of the MOAB test balloon, it actually loses, like, resistance. Bloon crush, get right into it, and spoiler alert, it can do it. The only reason I know this is because I made a short of popping the MOAB test balloon in the most inefficient way possible. And what I did was use a Bloon crush. I want you to look at the damage, right? 480, 504, 528. Every few seconds, it gets like 15 damage. In that short, I set the speed to 99 times. As you can see, it is much, much faster now. And even having it like this, it took more than 12 hours of time-lapsing. So yeah, that was not fun whatsoever. I'm not going to be doing that again. Bloon crush only takes one. Good job. Moving on. MOAB Eliminator. The second tower that has MOAB in the name, except this one's a little bit different. It can target MOABs, but it doesn't like knock them back, I don't think. Activate that? Yeah, exactly. It does deal a decent amount of damage once the ability actually goes off. It's like 4,000, 5,000-ish. And by the time it goes out, we can get 4 abilities off, which is 20,000 damage. And if we have a full map of these, that's a lot of abilities going off, a lot of damage output. You never know, you know? Yeah. It's honestly not as cool as I thought it would look. There's not enough explosions. When they're not doing the ability, it is kind of satisfying though. It's kind of like one of those Minecraft wave machines. I'm sure you've all seen those. It's like the satisfying sand. It like shoots it up in the air in a certain pattern and they all jump around, you know. It looks cool. Each of them, 20,000. We'd still need so much more. No, not even close. Bomb blitz. Before we get into it, I want to show you something interesting, okay? So we called in a regular test balloon. It has no sort of knockback or anything. Call in like a DDT or anything to, you know, leak some lives and watch the damage. The ability activates and it insta-kills it. 1 million damage. Now what I'm wondering is if the same thing can be said about the MOAB test balloon. The regular attack does not stun. Call in a DDT once again. Moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please. No. Oh, it does 10 million. Oh, no way. Okay, wait. I gotta figure something out. Is this how it works? I call this in and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So theoretically, each time a DDT leaks out, it does 10 million damage. 10 times will do 100 million. It'll take care of it, right? Or how long is the cooldown? You know? See what I'm saying? It didn't actually work. I don't know if I trust the AI overview, but it says cooldown of 40 seconds. So that means we can only activate one ability. If we have 2 of them, right? Do each of them technically have their own bomb blitz ability? Do they each do 10 million damage? Moment of truth. 10 million for this guy. 10 million for this guy. Hold on, hold the phone. Oh god, this is so exciting. Please. Okay, once the DDT goes out, they should all activate and we should see this thing disappear. The sunglasses will disappear as well. Yes, we did it. No way, dude. I honestly didn't think that was gonna work with the 10 million each, but I'm so happy it did. No bomb Paragon, so Striker Jones, here we go. I have decent hopes for this one because last time it did actually stop the regular test balloon, which means there's knockback somewhere in there. I know you got it in you, pal. Call it in. Regular attack, I'm assuming doesn't. No, it doesn't. Activate this. That stuns it. For how long, though? That's the question. Almost in time to get a second one down. We're going to need 2. That's it. Activate this. Activate this. Those don't work. So check this out. We get 1 right here, 1 right here. We throw 1 tech bot on top of you. We call it in, and then we throw the other one right before it's done being stunned. or when it is stunned. Oh, I gotta time those better. Hold on. Is it gonna stay there forever? Yes, it is. However, it was bugging me that it was so close to like the entrance. We're gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3. Now it should be permanently stalled right there, which is way better than not being able to see it, you know? Put it in 100 times speed. They're dealing a few thousand per second, which is still gonna take a very long time. I don't think we're gonna wait this one out. That's gonna take many hours, so we're gonna call it here. Good job, Striker Jones. All it takes is 2. In the Inferno. If I had to make a top 5 tower list in the entire game, this would easily be in there. I love this thing. It's super strong, and it was actually able to take care of the regular test balloon. I think we needed like 100 of them, so it's probably not looking too great for us, but I guess that's a good thing. That shows it's pretty strong. It's like, it's sheer will, not the ability to knock back, you know? This dude's just a powerhouse. A powerhouse that deals 15,000 damage. So that's less than the MOAB Executioner. Eliminator, yeah. Of course it is. At least this one can never, ever disappoint you when it comes to the way it looks, the way it interacts, yeah, it's great. There's something just so peaceful about the sound of a campfire and the ambiance of nature and just silence around you, you know? It's pretty nice, you know? Take some deep breaths and, should I be like a meditation coach, teacher, teach yoga classes? Imagine I never make a video ever again and I'm a yoga instructor. It'd honestly be sick. Okay, call it in. Lots of meteors, as you can see. You'd think that would take care of it, right? Let me call in a regular one just to show you. I think we can pop it still, even though it's gonna be like the secondary target to everything else. And it goes out. And unfortunately, this little guy didn't get taken care of because it wasn't being targeted the entire time, but I promise you, it can get it. Go watch that video if you don't believe me. MOAB test balloon. I don't know why I'm deleting these. Not possible damage. Yeah, not possible. Super Maelstrom. One of, if not the only tower in the game that you can have its ability 100% uptime. I'm kind of just making that statistic out of my ass. I guarantee there's a bunch of towers you can do that with, but it's kind of cool, kind of interesting. You activate this, get some blades going everywhere. This one does not do a lot. It is not meant for single damage, dude. This is genuinely just meant for like ceramic rushes, you know, round 63, round 78, round 76. This guy's a killer on that one, but not this. 1500 damage. No chance in hell, but it's at least gonna look cool. Activate the abilities. Yeah, go, go, go. I would hold this down, but it starts to lag really bad, and I don't want that. And you get the idea. It's gonna look the exact same anyway, no matter how many we have. Look at that, dude. I had like 30 activated, and that's not very many compared to 360. And it got so smooth after that. As it goes out, not possible. No wasted time here. I bet the damage is even lower. Yeah, 380. Why is it so much lower? I don't get it. You were in the exact same spot as before. The tax zone. I keep giving my opinions on all of these, but arguably the, what's the word I'm trying to say? The most, what am I trying to say? The most like, price efficient, like you get your money's worth using this thing, you know. It's kind of like a crossbow master. Those two, they're a good bang for your buck. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. They're very strong and are cheap. You already knew that. Let me call it in. Damage is gonna be it might even be more than the Maelstrom. Probably will be, honestly. That thing does jack shit. 2026, so next year. This guy's predicting the future. Once again, a full map, and you can't really see anything. It's kind of interesting that the MOAB test balloon, like the lines of it actually go over the top of the towers. The regular one doesn't do that, but obviously it wouldn't. It's just a regular balloon. This one's a MOAB class. All of them do that, right? If I were to call in a BAD, it would do the same thing, right? I believe so, yeah. See? Now I can't get rid of the BAD. It goes out. Okay. I guess that'll put in perspective how much health that thing actually has. That BAD was no problem. I understand it was round 1, but we have no buffs on this thing. It's like not really meant for BADs, and it still ripped right through it. Too many words. Shut up, guy. Move on. The Crucible of Steel and Flame. I've used this tower one other time, and I keep mentioning it. I probably will keep mentioning it throughout this video. In the normal test balloon test experiment, it was actually able to pop it. I think it was 3 or 4, which means we'll need like 30 or 40, I think. So regular attack does a good amount. We activate this. That's the damage dealer right there. That's like 100,000 per hit, plus all the little flames that come off of it. We activate this, get extra range. I don't know if that's like counterproductive though. I haven't really done enough testing to know, because if it's right next to it, you might want the range tighter, and then once it gets all the way over here, then expand the range once again. You see that? I don't know, it could work. Also, I think we can get 2 abilities off. Boom, activate 1. I'll speed it up a little bit just to not waste any time. Activate, bam, 2. So we can get 2 abilities off without using the other ability. We got 500,000 damage. I don't know why I said 30 or 40. I think I meant 300 or 400, because doing the math there, we need 200 of these things. So I guess let's do that. Time to count. Time to make my hands hurt. Cool little transition. You ready? I most definitely had to turn the accessibility all the way down very early on into doing that. Try to mitigate the lag at least slightly, dude. It did not really help at all. This is so bad. If that doesn't warrant a like on the video and a subscribe, then I don't know what will. I think we're only gonna lag a lot more, and honestly, we might even crash the game. If we crash the game, I'm gonna say all it takes is 200, because theoretically it should. Maybe even like 198, 199. But hopefully we don't get to that point. I'll probably have to time lapse this, so I'll see you in a little bit. You gotta be kidding me. It just went out. That wasn't enough. It was the weirdest thing. Like, the abilities recharged, right? But only one of them recharged. The rest of them are still like a third of the way from being ready. So you're telling me we are like a fourth of the way there? We'd need more than 800 of this thing. I could fill up the remaining like 10 or 15 spots left for more paragons, but that's not gonna do anything. Time to move on, unfortunately. Oben. More taps, more taps, more taps. So interestingly enough, the wall of trees was able to stop the regular test balloon. I feel like it should be able to do this one as well, right? Regular attack's not going to do anything, obviously. Brambles, nothing. Can't even slow this thing down, I don't think. Moment of truth, let's put it right here. Wall of trees. Oh, the totem can slow it down, actually. Please. Please run into it. No, it just doesn't even do anything. I thought it would at least like soak up the damage, you know? If something runs into it, it explodes with all those bananas. It didn't do anything. This is another one where I want to try 10. I don't think it'll make a difference, but if we have a bunch of wall of trees, maybe. Activate the auto clicker. Now they're everywhere. Now we have brambles everywhere. Still gonna be nothing, I assume. You know what? It was worth a try. Why not? It looked pretty cool. It just looks like we're in a forest. It's kind of cool. It's like I made this custom map. We just put bushes everywhere. So this guy, if I click on his wall of trees, it doesn't actually activate. Dude, I was so excited for that to be so satisfying. We can throw a few of them up, but like I said, it doesn't actually do anything. Oh, this looks so silly. That's enough. Call it in. What do you expect to happen? Hopefully nothing. Hopefully you're realistic, but you know what they say, miracles happen every day. What? Tell me you didn't just see that. It just disappeared right here. No, I'm just kidding. I pressed this little button right here that gets rid of everything on the screen. I wanted to trick you guys. Haha, funny prank guy. Super Brittle, the guy that everyone thinks is the greatest tower in the entire game for some unknown reason, even though it actually sucks. He can slow it down, but he cannot freeze it fully. At least not with that cross path. We'll get this one just to be sure. No. Great start to the ice category. Can't lie, it looks pretty neat, but they don't actually do anything, I swear, dude. They just sit there and like hit their fist on the ground doing 15, 20 damage. It is genuinely so bad. Oh, it actually debuffs balloons and makes your towers do better against them. No, it doesn't. It literally does nothing. Please, someone explain it to me. I don't understand why this thing is so used and why it's so hyped up. I do understand that I'm not very good or knowledgeable at this game, but still. Are you serious? Not in a million years. Absolute zero. See, now this guy I do like because he's helped me out so much with my 000 versus ZOMG series. He has an ability, which is nice. I don't think the regular attack's gonna freeze it. No. Does that? It slows it down, but it doesn't freeze it. I'm assuming if we have a few of them, they don't stack on top of each other? No, they don't. Just to be extra sure, we have 16. Tap the ability. No, see, just makes him move slower, doesn't permastall. Unfortunately for this guy though, it doesn't do like pretty much any damage. Let me speed this up. A total of 7, which means we would need over 14 million of these tier 5s, all stacked on top of each other. It's possible, actually probably not possible. I take that back. It would crash the game so fast. It does slow it down like very significantly though, I'll give it that. And as it goes out, I respect the effort, I really do. Unlike the super brittle, icicle and pale, the best of the 3, please, I'm begging you. Slow. Oh, it sucks so bad. I just want another one that can do it. What if I were to do this again? That's not going to make a difference. No, even if they're offset. Damage is definitely higher than the other ones as well. We're going to get probably 7,500-ish. 8,000 is typically a good number, but in this video, that's nothing. It's absolutely terrible. No need to waste any time. Let's put it 25 times speed. It does make it lag quite a bit. Still, I guess in the meantime, while it goes through, it's almost out by now, but still, I passed this food truck the other day. I think it was last week, actually. Oh my God. I don't know if this is like a local thing or whatever, but it was this place called Happy Tummy. It was like Japanese food. It was like Japanese, there was grilled chicken, there was fried chicken, had this amazing teriyaki sauce and rice and God, ghost pepper, seasonings, and it was just so good. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life. So again, like I said, I don't know if that's a local thing, but if you have a Happy Tummy food truck next to you, you need to go. Your life will be changed, my friend. All right, that concludes Ice Monkeys. They can't do it either. Capitan Churchill, big tank guy, high damage, high fire rate. This gotta do it, right? He has 2 abilities, the regular attack, no knockback. That, faster attack speed, no knockback. Call that in. Barrage of missiles, they do not stun. Why can't I just catch a break? I don't want to click thousands and thousands of times to fill up the whole map, but I did it anyway. What a great use of time, right? I could be studying right now to be a doctor or an anesthesiologist or something, but instead I'm doing this, doing nothing, making stupid commentary. I'm just kidding, it is fun to do. I'm having honestly a good time. I like the surprise factor because some of these, like, you don't expect them to do it and then they do. They for some reason have knockback. And then some of them it's the reverse. You expect them to get it, but they don't. Final barrage of missiles coming down and couldn't even hit it. The damage ranged quite a bit. Okay, wait, look at this. 4,000 on this guy. Just 2 spots away, 23,000. Balloon solver. We all know how this is gonna go. We all know glue is something special, I guess I'll say that. Damage is fine. It's going to attack probably 2-3 times throughout this entire thing. Just twice. 1,300 damage. Now the thing is, we could fill up the entire map, but also I'm not going to do that because let me show you. Look, this way the entire map within their range is covered. The thing is, you can't stack glue, so you see he gets hit right away, and none of these guys are even attacking. And then once the glue wears off, any moment now, they will attack again. That's why I'm saying the full map would not make any sort of difference because they can't stack on top of each other. This was perfectly fine. They each had, again, varied 1,300, 0. If we filled up the entire map, the majority of them would have 0, as you can tell. Glue Storm and the Glue Storm ability. I had to go for the top crosspath corrosive glue because otherwise we won't deal any damage and that'd just be pointless. Call it in. Regular attack doesn't do much. I know that. How much is it? 1 per second. Activate the Glue Storm. And that does like 3 more per second. Oh, 4. I counted wrong. Sorry. No, because 1 is already on there. Yeah, 3 more. That's ridiculous. Time for some wavy arms. Time for some macaroni covering the screen. You can never see what's going on. That's why we gotta do this. Turn the accessibility down all the way. And then you can see it. Look at that. They're so happy to be here. It's like me sitting in my desk right now is like I'm on a stage and I'm performing for these people and they're loving it. They're throwing their arms around. They're cheering. It's honestly a good feeling, dude. I can't imagine like being a singer or something in front of tens of thousands of people. I know I talk in front of hundreds of thousands of people, but that's so much different, you know? I don't even know if you guys are listening to what I say right now. I just like to talk about random stuff. 0 damage for most of these, even though they had the Glue Storm ability activated. Glue Storm, you're a piece of shit. I hate you. Super Glue, the only one I have any hopes for. Call it in, please. I know you can stun stuff. Please just be permanent. What? Am I crazy? I swear this thing normally does. If I give it the gold village, then it will, right? Right? No. Am I doing the wrong cross path? Do I need to go middle, glue splatter? Same story. Great, dude. Absolutely great. This one does deal damage, so maybe it'll stack. Look at that little copy and paste going. Come on, come on, come on. Is it even worth it to fill up the entire map, huh? Is it? No, it's not. Because it doesn't make any fucking difference. Blue gunners everywhere. Perfect placement. Go, go, go. Oh my god, dude. That's not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be permanently stalling it like it normally does. I could have sworn. Like this dude, the MOAB. Benjamin, time to make some money. I know you can't deal any damage, but he does throw stuff on top of the balloons. It does look pretty cool, honestly. At least it did for the regular one. We call this in, throws the piranha or the pufferfish. That doesn't make it any weaker, right? If I were to get like Quincy, do you deal more damage? Do you do nothing? No, okay. And that whole time we made 2 bananas, $2, solid. I don't even want to fill the map up. This little asshole doesn't deserve the satisfaction. The blazing sun. Brand new Desperado Tower. He is joining the experiment. I don't know if you expected that or not, but hopefully that's a pleasant surprise. I already God boosted this thing. I've already pushed it to some crazy limits, but still gonna be fun to see. Comes in, deals some fine damage. Not really. The blazing sun is honestly a terrible tier 5. At least from my last video it was. When you add like certain buffs to it and stuff. My voice keeps cracking. Stop. It's like I'm finally hitting puberty. When it gets a bunch of buffs and stuff, it doesn't behave right, I guess you could say. 5,000 damage. I'll be more lenient this time. Here's a decent amount. We won't go right to the full map, just so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like, because you might not have seen this yet. It's a brand new tower. Looks pretty cool, honestly, the way it attacks and like the way it glows. Pretty solid stuff. You know what I should do? I should make a what's it called, like a dark version of Monkey Meadow. That way this would like light up everything. Imagine the track was blank or the track was black, and then all the green was black, these trees weren't here, and the whole thing was being lit up by these gunshots. It looks so cool. Also, for some reason, I know I have the volume down in the video, but I can't hear anything when it comes to this guy. I can hear the noise of like clicking on it, the little whatever, but the tower actually shooting doesn't make any noise, which I think is wrong. There's something broken about this thing. And I can't be the only one that thinks that, because I've seen so many comments about it. Anyways, damage was not very good. Expected. Golden Justice. The ability's not going to do anything because we're not leaking out balloons, I believe. We'll throw the buff right on top of you. Activate this. Bam. It actually works. So everyone was telling me the rifle is actually like the worst part about it. It's this big like sniper, but that's actually the good part, and it has infinite pierce and all this crazy stuff. Okay, hear me out. Is it true infinite pierce, or is it like 40 pierce like a ice monkey, huh? There's no way it's infinite. If I put billions of balloons on top of each other using mods, could it pop all of them in one swift shot? Maybe not. Have you really tested the limits, huh? Huh, pal? Anyway, it was about the same as the MOAB Eliminator, 21,000 damage. We'll do this again. We'll go boom, boom, give every last one of them a buff. Yeah. It's a showdown. Get out of the way. It's honestly super satisfying, dude. Having a few like this is honestly way better than having a full map. But you know me, I'm still gonna do it anyway. 253 abilities. By the time I go around and activate all of these, the first one that got it, the buff's gonna be gone by then. It's not even worth using, and I can't optimize the auto clicker to like actually do this one for me because there's so many options, you know. That's good enough for now, I guess. We'll do these ones, all the greens or the blues, X's. I don't even know what it does still, and that's about it. Like I said, I think having less is more in this situation. It looks better, and out it goes. It is not possible. We're in a bit of a rut right now until the Desert Phantom. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that perfect timing? Check this out. It can push back MOAB class balloons. Oh, I was freaking out for a second. I was like, what? And I realized it's within this small range right here. Look at that. We got it. Let's go. That is once again going to take many hours, so calling it here. Congratulations, my friend. All you need is one. Something I want you guys to keep in mind is that at the very end of this video, I haven't mentioned this yet. At the end of the video, I'm going to like make a list of every single person that could do it like by themselves, just one. So stay tuned for that. If you're getting bored of the video, I guess you can skip to that part, but there's going to be a lot more testing to do. Ezili, arguably the best late game hero. I feel like Azili, Adora, and Sai are always the best. Especially Azili and Sai, though, because they deal percentage-based damage. You know what that means? It doesn't matter how much health it has. It's based on the percentage. It literally has a MOAB ability. Oh my god. Let's do it. Call it in. Totem. I don't know what that does. I don't know what the heart does. But we activate this. And look. It goes up by 5 million damage every second. Is that going to get up to 100? Is it like a constant thing until it goes down? Yeah, it is. I was wondering if it was just going to like stop at any point. But yeah, perfectly 100 million. Can this one affect multiple? If I have like 3 of these guys in here, I activate this ability. Doesn't look like it, just one at a time. But it will get that one, then move towards the next one until we run out of time. Interesting stuff, Azili. Great job. All it takes is 1. You're a very powerful gal. Cripple MOAB. I feel like this is the one tower that you like think of when you think of dealing damage to MOAB, stunning MOABs, knocking back no MOABs, whatever, you know? Like if I were to blindly say what's the first thing that can pop a MOAB test balloon, you'd probably be like, oh, MOAB. Cripple MOAB. You all know where I'm going with this. It's obviously going to take care of it. See that? The damage isn't terrible either, actually. Hold on. 99 times speed. It's about 100,000 every 5 seconds, maybe. If you did some simple math there for 20,000 a second, it would take about 1.4 hours to take this thing down in 100 times speed. We're already at 1.5, but I'm not going to wait it out. Congrats, my friend. Moving on. Elite Sniper. I don't think the supply drop does anything besides gives you money and lives. No, just money. Damage output is absolutely atrocious on this thing. 420, that's a pretty cool stopping point. Would it be faster if I had multiple of them because of the bouncing bullet? Is that how it works? Oh wait, I'm fucking stupid. It's because he's hitting this one and then hitting this one. Obviously he's gonna have double the damage. Forgive me, I'm a bit slow. This one's pretty laggy as well, and like last time again, it looks so satisfying. That circle coming off of it. There's unfortunately like 10 of them that aren't hitting at the same time, so it's kind of throwing me off, but still. Been calling all these abilities, look at that. Yeah, wow. Money. He's flashy, he's cool, you want to be friends with him, but when it comes down to it, you can't get the job done. Bad friend. Elite Defender. Honestly, for a second, I was like, oh, I can't wait to do the Sniper Paragon. Then I realized there's no Sniper Paragon, which kind of sucks. I feel like that'd be one of the coolest ones they could add because it had full map range, and I don't even know what they would do. It can't be like the 555 where it's like an Elite Defender speed attacking as a cripple MOAB and stunning everything while it's bouncing. It could never be like that. It's way too strong. Look how nice it looks. Dude, this is like the top path Desperado, how I was saying like the flashing lights, you know? It's like that, but even better because it's so consistent and smooth with the movement of the MOAB. It's funny because a lot of this video is going to be more of like, what does a full map of blah, blah, blah look like? Essentially, because most of these can't take care of it. Most of them are not even going to get close. Unless we're talking paragons or like special abilities or knockback, whatever, they're not going to do it. Goodbye flashes, goodbye sniper, you will be missed. It is not possible. Patrick. Wait a minute, I know he can stand on water, but does it give him like a range boost, kind of like a mermonkey? Is there no difference? It just looks funny because he's in a pool. No, it doesn't fit right there. Okay, we're going to do our test up here this time. This is my one exception. Look how much better that is. Upgrade him. He has the big squeeze ability. Imagine it does like 10,000 damage. Okay, we have the rage. We have the actual attack. And the actual attack does stun it and knock it back. I didn't know he could push back MOAB class balloons. I thought I'd have to use the ability, which by the way, does it work? It squeezes them and it does 10 million. Okay, just like the bomb blitz. We're gonna go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Look at it go up. 70, 80, 90. And then one more. Squeeze him to his death. Kill him! Kill him! Yes! Spoiler alert, we're doing the, it's a top path, the Energizer. I think we're doing the Energizer right now. The thing is, I have to make another Water Monkey Meadow. It seems like every single video I have to do that because once I make one, then I can't play it on Sandbox unless it's my recently made map. It's all complicated. The reason I'm laughing though, last video I said no one's gonna play this, right? Water Monkey Meadow 31. I gave the code kind of as a joke. Someone sent me money. They sent me like a little present. I have no idea how much a heart is worth. It could be like a penny for all I know, but it's just so funny to me. Who did this? Can I see? No, I don't think you can, but obviously you watched the last video, so maybe you're watching this one. If you can hear me right now, thank you. I appreciate it. You just made me laugh. You made my day. You'd think the more times I do this, I'd get better at it, but it's quite the opposite. Give it the finishing touch, and now it's water. Water, monkey, meadow. It's now 32, so once again, this time it's not even a joke, I guess. If you want to play it, there's the code. Okay, we can finally get it down. Energizer, top path, submarine. We're going to do 2 tests, one while it's submerged. Or I guess we can kind of just swap between them. That does like 15 per second maybe. That does a lot more. Unsubmerged is honestly a lot better, but also it's a lot more boring. Who wants to see it like that? You want to see a bunch of glow everywhere. At least I do. Look at this. It's way better than having them up and boring and darts, and they're not going to do enough damage anyway. We might as well have some fun. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. It honestly looks pretty cool. It looks like they're like floating above the rest of them. Like they're being held up like a rocket launcher on the shoulder. As good of teammates they are, they still can't get it. Preemptive strike. This one, now we're talking. Call it in. I think the ability does a good amount. 10,000. That's not nearly enough. We're gonna need a lot more than 10,000, I'll tell you that. And the worst part is that it only activates once. You can only activate it one time throughout the entire interaction. 10 test. Activate the abilities. Ready. It looks the exact same, honestly. I did go for advanced intel. That way, I think everyone should have even damage. Oh, stop lagging already. Stop. Put the auto clicker on the ability. See a lot of missiles. See a lot of explosions. See a whole lot of empty nothings, honestly. Let's see if my theory was even... Stop. See if my theory was even correct. 13,127 for all of them. No, this one had one less. Look, it's like 13,127. 13,126 for some reason. Sub commander, no knockback, no abilities, just lots of darts going everywhere. The thing is, the solo test is not going to be quite as good as with a few others, like 7,700, right? If I were to get a few others, now we have full map range, right? Oh, I forgot to reset it. We'll just do some math. Instead of 7,700, it was 11,000, I think. Oh wait, I could just look at these guys. Duh, 10.3 thousand. This is like technically cheating too. Not just the fact that you can't get more than 1 tier 5. I mean the fact that this custom map doesn't have any trees or obstacles. So like we have an additional like 15 or 20 submarines. More than we can normally get, and it still doesn't make any sort of difference. A tiny scale, normal. That's another thing I say a lot. I say like, a small difference between a lot of people can make a big difference, you know? Some corny shit like that. It does not apply here. You need to make a gigantic difference between a ridiculous amount of things. I said this at the start of the video, you might have forgotten it by now, but this test balloon is like more than 2 tier 5 elite Bloonariuses in one. I'm talking about the skulls too. I'm talking about the shit that comes out of it. 2 of those. Sub commander, decent effort, you know, I respect it. You tried your best. Nautic Siege Core. Oh my god, another Paragon. I bet you forgot by now. It's been so long since we've done one. Call you in. We'll activate the ability immediately. So I know it does a lot of damage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Scammer gets scammed. Oh, it stuns too. Oh, I should have known that already, but look at this. 1 million damage. So that means we're going to need 100 of them. This is a prime position, so I'm going to consider each of them having 1 million damage and not 1.1. Oh god, we can actually do this. I don't know why I just sold that one. That is exactly 100. That one still sucked, but it was so much better than the tack shooter. It didn't lag at all. You see this? This is smooth sailing. We can put it in 25 times speed. They just bob their head. Nice and smooth. I actually can't wait for this one. Call it in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Activate the abilities. Now the lag comes, of course, dude. Once they're actually shooting. I think once they all... Yeah, see, it's slowing down now because they're not all shooting at once. Yes, here we go. Oh my god. Look at that. All these missiles going up. It's hitting it over and over and over and over and just... Oh, it's so nice. This might be my favorite one so far. I could cheat and refresh the abilities and easily take care of it, but I'm not like that. It's finally moving again. Can you believe it? You know what I need to get? A certain mod that like shows your total damage pop between everything in like in the corner. That would be so helpful for me because if we don't get it right now, how am I supposed to know how many more to add? The damage is always inconsistent, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. There's still a chance. No, there's not. Never, I'm gonna take it back. I also know I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments about the new Engineer Paragon overclock buff that you can apply to people like this. But if you think about it, you'd have to get down a proportional amount of Engineer Paragons to how many of this is. So like we'd have to fill up the entire map with those two just to add a slight overclock. It's not worth it. Here's 180. At this point, I might as well just fill up the entire map. This one, there's, oh my God. It doesn't get, I'm having a mouth fart. I don't get sick of it. That cannot ever get old. It's so satisfying seeing all those red numbers flashing everywhere the second before mass destruction, the atomic bomb. We got it. We actually did it. We actually did it. I can't believe we actually did it. Dora. Now the average person would do this. Hooray, level 20. Perfect. As good as it can get, right? No, sir. That's not how I roll. We need to get the VTSG version. Transform, my friend. Yes, sell you all. And would you look at that? It's already 10 times better and 10 times scarier. We have 3 abilities. One of them, you got to sacrifice something, so we'll use that there. Activate this, big ball. We have full map range, which is actually insane. I think that's because of the sacrifice. The thing is, if we have to fill up the entire map, I'm not going to be able to use that ability, so it's going to be slightly worse. And in total, we had about 40,000 damage. Last video, I also got down like 4 different VTSGs just so I could turn these guys black. We'll see how I'm feeling in a little bit, but I don't think that's going to even be possible with the full map anyway. I kind of like the gold, honestly. Maybe we'll keep the one red or the one black and then the rest of them like this. Actually, that last one I just built, I'm gonna get rid of that one and we're gonna make a VTSG. We might have to get rid of a few of them actually. We now have a patch of black ones. It's like a nipple. See that? The lighter in the middle. This looks so silly. All right, time to go though. We have 225 of each of these. We can't use the middle ability because we can't sacrifice anything. We don't have any room, but we can go like this, activate all these balls. Nice balls, dude. They look great. Congratulations. At this point, I can't even see what's going on, but from the damage calculation, we don't even need to get a perma-brew. Or not a perma-brew, a perma-spike, because we're not going to get it anyway. And it goes out. What more can you expect? Each of them, 35,000. Why do some of them have different icons? So look, this one's just a regular Adora. This one is a true sun god Adora. This one's a vengeful true sun god Adora. Oh my God, it's just a visual thing. Look, this one has 6,000, right? I knew the VTSG versus this one was just visual, but 35,000 versus 6,000. Carrier flagship. One of my least favorite towers in the entire game. Honestly, I don't like this thing just because it's so random and it's so laggy the more you get down. It doesn't do much damage. It doesn't have any cool abilities besides planes. I guess you could count that. Damage was 8,000. You know what that means, full map. I'm not even going to bother with the 10 this time. It's kind of nice when they're all flying around. They're still shooting because it is in sandbox, so hopefully that means it's not going to get much laggier than that. I just called it in, and it's a little laggier, but nothing too crazy. Like, that's not what I was expecting at all. I think it's probably contributed to the amount of balloons. Normally, if I were to just, like, let this thing go for a while, it's fighting so many B80s and blah, blah, blahs. A nice little break of no talking. Obviously, we didn't get it. Boo! Pirate Lord means ability. A hook ability that can hook in MOAB class balloons, huh? Can you believe it? Should we try it out? Why the actual fuck does it not work for this thing? Why? Why? This can suck in a ZOMG. It's just MOAB class properties. Nobody said this was a B80. It literally gets frozen. It gets slowed by glue. It gets crippled. This is essentially a ZOMG. I genuinely don't understand why that wouldn't work. I was expecting it to. Fuck you. Huh? How do you like that? How do you like being name called? You don't even deserve the satisfaction of getting a full map. You're getting this many. I'm going to show you how bad you are. 10 abilities with an auto clicker. Can't even take care of a silly little tiny baby bitch ass balloon, dude. I'm moving on. Trade Empire. This one, obviously everyone knows it's not going to get it. It's meant for farming. It's a good little farming tower. How much you want to bet, though, that this thing gets more damage than garbage-ass little pirate lord, dude? That's my new least favorite tower in the entire game. You know how it used to be Permabrew, where I hate him, and I yell at him, and I insult him and call him names? Well, that curse is officially lifted. From this point on, I will never be mean to Permabrew ever again, and I will only be mean to the pirate lord. Let's get one in the corner where it can't deal damage so we can just sit there and shame him. His beard makes him look so sad. It looks like he's like gonna start crying. Now I'm starting to feel bad. Actually, no, I don't feel bad. Why would I feel bad for you? You let me down. If the test balloon happens to get to the end of the map, is that considered the end of a round? Because I'm curious how much money it makes. This isn't supposed to exist. God damn it, we didn't make any money. You think I'm just gonna give up? As you can see, we're in a real game now. We're no longer in sandbox. Damn it, we're gonna beat round one. 820 each. 178,000 Navark of the Seas, the best paragon in the entire game, and it's not even close. I know Spike Factory is very, very good. It's my Spike Factory is my favorite one by far. I like that way better than this one. I'm just saying in terms of like this being able to pull in fortified B80s at around 1,000 if you wanted to. If this doesn't pull in the MOAB, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna stop working on this video. Damage regularly is pretty good, right? Yeah, it's actually very good. Another voice crack. Should we test it, please? It doesn't fucking pull it in. It doesn't pull it in. Why do you not pull it in? Said that as a joke. I'm not deleting this video. I'm still gonna work on it. I don't understand what the problem is. That's your whole job. It's not the fact that it's a custom map, right? If I were to get it down in just like some regular gameplay, call it in, activate the ability, it still doesn't pull. This has to be some sort of sick joke. At the very least, what I can be thankful for is how much damage it actually does on its own. However, 700,000 means we would need 143, but also, you know, it's never consistent. So why don't we once again do 180, just like we did with the submarine? Either this thing has a giant footprint or my placement was terrible, because this is a full map. I can't add any more, and we only have 152 of them. So this is all or nothing. If we can't get it, then it just overall can't get it. And at this point, does it really deserve to get it after that mediocre performance of not being able to pull it in? We've reached the exit point about. Either the permaspike has damage or we won. 22,000 damage. Wait a minute. Why are these degree 1s? Huh? What happened? Did I do that for the previous ones? Oh god, I really hope I didn't. That's why. That right there. See, this one's degree 100 and it has 1.5 million damage. But also that wasn't reset. It was still like 600, 700,000. So theoretically it should get it, dudes. Shit, why did I do that? What happened? Theoretically, even if they all did perfect, 600,000 damage, nearly perfect. Okay, that's a little room for error. 166 is how many it would take. As I showed, we cannot fit 166 on the map unless I had perfect placement, which I don't think I could fit another 15 on top of that. There's no way. So overall, I'm saying no, it's not possible, which is the craziest thing that's ever come out of my mouth. It should 100% be possible. Admiral Brickle. This little asshole dude in the test balloon, the regular test balloon video, it was, oh my god, some of the worst lag I've seen, at least in a long time. It didn't have any stunning properties against the regular one. Call in this guy, and we might have a chance because of the sea mines. This makes him attack faster. That makes her attack faster, I think. And then the moment, it stuns it. If you think about it, look how long it stuns. We're gonna need probably 4 of those if I had to guess. This is the first tower of the day, and let me say, what a great start. All right, here's 4. So we'll have the first one stun once it gets in this area right there. And then we wait. Whenever it runs out, maybe I shouldn't wait. We should go like this. Just try to time it as best as we can. Because, yeah, that was off. God damn it, I got to restart. I know what I have to do. We're going to have to do boom, 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 boom. I think we have to get them down before. No, I have to do them manually. I'm so confused right now. It's too early for this. Also, I messed it all up, so I just have to restart here right now. And then we'll just do them manually. Then I'll throw the tech bots on after. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the timings, but I don't think it will or should. Do another one. And final one. Is it going to be refreshed in time? I really hope so. Put all the tech bots on. This one activates before it's done being stunned. You see that? Yes. Just to be sure, 25 times speed. You see that? Perma stall. 4 is all it takes. I'm so glad I didn't have to fill up the map with this thing. Sky Shredder. This will be quite interesting once we fill up the entire map because it's going to look really cool. I think putting it on Wing Monkey would be more beneficial. I don't think it's really going to matter too much for this though, but I guess we might as well, right? As it goes out, total damage a little over 10,000. Let me give you an idea of what we're getting into here. This is only 15 of them, and there's already this many darts everywhere. If I speed it up a little bit, it's even crazier. It might not look the same in the recording because I recorded a certain frame rate, and this one's kind of, I don't know, faster. Yep, that's everybody. I put them all on Wing Monkey. At least I think so. There might be a couple missing because it's kind of hard to see anything going on. I think this one on the bottom left right here is the only one that's doing that. Lots of explosions, lots of blindness. We'll do this once again. Put you down to 0. Let's see how much different it looks. The same kind of. You know what this reminds me of? It's like the Top Path Buccaneer. 3, 2, 1, and we lose. Congratulations. Sar Bomba. Is it Bomba or Bomba? Like Sarbama, Sarbomba, it's spelled Bomba. This one, my friends, is something different. Check this out, ready? 3, 2, 1, activate the ability, stuns it. So just like Admiral Brickle, just like that one boomerang, the bottom path, you just got to get a few of them. You can't get it with one, obviously. If I had to guess, I'd say like 8. Let me see how long the abilities last for. Activate 1, 1, 2, 6, 7, Jesus, 8, about 7 to 8 seconds. I think we might even have too many. 7, 8, activate you, 7, 8, again. Now I might be a little bit off here, but I think we're doing all right. That should be 8. I should stop talking. I should start counting. And that is all of them activated. Please don't stop being stunned. No! Did you see that? It like barely crept forwards, and I'm gonna have to try and time these all over again. Okay, I think you understand the general idea. It's only gonna take 8, theoretically, if I'm not a dumbass and mess everything up all the time. 25 times speed. You see this? It's like every couple seconds, it does one little frame forward. Oh, it's so silly. He's trying his best. Flying Fortress. The one that regularly reigns supreme above the other ones, but I don't know how it's gonna go when it comes to this test, because I don't think it has any sort of knockback. No, doesn't have an ability, doesn't have anything. However, look at that damage output. That's honestly almost as much as the Paragon. I guess it's still like 30,000 off, but that's pretty good for a tier 5, I'd say. 15 test, lots of bombs. No lag, surprisingly. That's really nice to know. Usually when the full map is going to be really laggy, you can tell just by the little test like this, but this should be smooth sailing. The Ultra Super Giganotosaurus Flying Fortress. That kind of rhymed. That was cool. They're all on centered path. They're all like on top of each other. So this isn't just one, I promise you. This is a whole lot of them. Now the lag is setting in. Okay, great. So cool, dude. Let's start getting some of these out. See, I'm not a liar. My smooth sailing theory is now down the shitter. That's good enough. Once again, most of them are on Wing Monkey, but this guy, it doesn't even matter because he has full, like, it's more the rockets that deal the damage here. It looks like a full map of fly or the top path just because of all the darts coming out. Kind of weird to see, but yeah, no. One of the best tier 5s in the entire game cannot get it. Etienne. This will be fun. No, it won't. It won't be fun. Full map, it's so confusing because there's so many UFOs everywhere. You can't see what's going on. And it's laggy. It's annoying. Activate this ability. Activate the giant one. It's a damage dealer. It's not a stunner. You can't even really call it a damage dealer, though. It's nothing special. 7,000 damage. Not what we're looking for. Yep. Here's 15. It's going to get very hectic because we can fit, I think, 300 of these. Maybe 250. It might have a slightly bigger footprint than some others. I guess enjoy your final moment of seeing. So we don't have 300. My guess was way off. We have 184. But also my placement I don't think was very optimal. We could probably fit 200 overall if I did it perfectly. When it comes to the drone ability, if I activated that, it would double every single UFO you see on screen. But last time that was a terrible decision, so we're only going to use the second ability. It's going to start turning all these red shots green. I take it back. We're freezing. At this moment, we're completely frozen. Been probably 5 or 10 seconds now. Nothing crazy. I don't think we're going to crash, but we're probably pretty close. But yeah, now some of them are red. Most of them are green. I guess while we wait, let me tell you something cool. So a Clash Royale update just barely came out a couple days ago, and the old cap was 9,000 trophies. I was at that. Last night I hit 10,000, dude. It took so long and so many games. played. And it was such a struggle, but I got there. The last guy I actually played, I was at 9971, I think, trophies. And the guy I played against, let me check right now. He was number 688 in the world, which isn't like, oh, I beat number 1 in the whole world, you know, that type of thing. My story isn't going long enough to where the balloon's about to go out, so what else do I need to think of? I finally maxed all my walls in Clash of Clans. All right, the talking pillow is no longer in my hand. It's my time to shut up. Etienne, hard no. Apache Prime. My favorite heli pilot just because of the Apache dart ship from BTD5. I love that tower. Just having pursuit is so nice, honestly. I love not having to move things and micro things. Damage about 12,000. For this guy, when it comes to the full map, you can get down the least of any other tower, I believe. The footprint is so big. We have probably 80 on the screen compared to 300 for some of the other ones. It's a pretty big difference. I don't know. Out it goes. We did not get it. Are you kidding me right now? Special poperations. I think the bottom cross path would get us more damage, but again, I want pursuit. I don't want to have to do anything. Forgive me, I'm only human. Activate this little sniper guy. Doesn't do that much damage. This thing just honestly sucks. One of my least favorite towers in the entire game. Just get a Chinook if you really want to do all that. This dart, or what even is this? Sniper, dart. It's like a tiny little super monkey, but way worse. We can get down multiple of them though. No, we can't. We can only have one at a time. I take it back. Damage 3,000. Great start, dude. We have some crate abilities. I can activate those, get a lot of money or lives and money. We can't pick up any other towers, so these abilities are useless. We can activate this one though. Let's get down all these beforehand. It only let me get down a few of them. There's open space. Go over here. Go over here. I bet it has to like drop it within its set range or set boundary or something. Like as we get over here, they'll start dropping on the left side that was open before. And you know what? It's honestly a pretty good looking tower overall with the full map. I like the way the snipers look actually. I'm sorry for being mean. It still sucks though. It still wasn't even close. 770 damage. Comanche Commander with, guess what? Once again, pursuit. This is the one heli pilot that I have a good feeling about just because of the MOAB shove. I don't know how efficient that's going to be, but we can get multiple of them. We'll keep pushing it back, right? What? You're not even pushing it back at all. Does it have to just be the tier 3? MOAB shove should shove the MOABs, right? I shouldn't be mistaken about that. What about just like a regular MOAB? It can push that back, right? Yes, it can. My faith in him has dissipated. Every time you fill up the map with this thing, it's so weird. It glitches out the game and like all the little tiny baby pilots that are supposed to be there, they're now 000s. And they don't go along with the pack. They follow my hands. A lot of blades, a lot going on. Out it goes. Let's just move on. I don't like the heli pilot. Sada, now we're talking. My favorite hero in the game. Does good damage, not really in this test though. Activate that, no stun I'm assuming. Activate this, run around the map, not do anything. At the very least, it did get more than the special populations, so I guess I'll take it. It might not be at this point, but if we activate this, that's another 1,000 damage, baby. While I was doing that, I had some time to think, and you know what I realized? I forgot to do the Goliath Doom ship. I'm sure there was a lot of people freaking out, being like, no, you forgot my favorite one, the best one, whatever. You're right, I did. I'm sorry. I will do it right after this one, I promise, okay? Forgive me, I beg you. Okay, sword jumps all over the map. Come on, be smooth for once. Come on. I want to see the blue one again. Hurry up. You know, I'm getting impatient. We're just gonna start activating those. I swear, last time I did this, it was so smooth. I don't know why it's being like this. But yeah, they all leave their posts. They slide around the track. They deal some good damage. It's great looking, I'd say. And that's about it. It's just visual. We don't have nearly enough power to take care of it. Chop chop, lady. I'm trying to get to the Goliath Doom ship. Yay, it's time. Degree 100 Goliath Doom ship. This is a lot of people's favorite Paragon, and a lot of people consider it to be the best one. And I'd say you're probably right. If you know how to micro and do it right, let me actually put this on Wing Monkey. If you're good with this thing, oh my god, it's incredible. Call it in. Regular damage is so much, dude. Already 100,000. Then we activate this. It not only deals so much damage, but it stuns it. It barely hit it that time because I activated it way too late, but it is so good. Set up the next one, put it like right here. No, it's not even available yet. Gonna have to go all the way down here. Or even further, dude. Holy shit, hurry up. I want one more. Activate, please. Stun it one more time. We're gonna have so much more damage if you do so. No, we missed. I think if we did stun it, we'd get probably 2 million damage or so. I'm gonna start with 50. I think that's all we will need because of how long we'll be able to stun it. Actually, we might need even less. I'm so stupid, dude. Hold on, hold on. If I have 4, then we have 4 abilities. I don't know why it's tweaking out. This dude's flying underground. What's wrong with you? Regardless, though, I have some good news. Earlier in the video, I had a couple of them when I filled up the entire map. They were all degree 1 for some reason. That's now fixed. They're all degree 100, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Call it in. Activate the first one pretty soon. I can just throw a tech bot on them too, huh? Wait 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, activate another one. I'm assuming the stun is nearly the same time as Sarbomba. It might be a little bit longer, which would help us out actually, make us need less. Now this one's back. Is it gonna leak forward at all? Please don't move at all. Please, please, please. If this hits, no, it did the thing again. I can't believe that. I barely messed it up. That means we're gonna have to completely restart. Let me just get rid of all of them. They're all degree 100 again, and look at that. They're not flying underground anymore. I don't know what happened, but we're fixed. Abilities are lined up, go like this, activate one right off the bat. And unfortunately now we're lagging, so it's making the timing a lot harder. I'm trying to count to 7, but realistically it's like 10 or 11. 1, 2, and we refresh to our final ability. It is officially permastunned. Speeding it up is gonna be very hectic. I think what I'm gonna do is turn down the accessibility just so we can see when it actually gets popped. This is another one that I'm definitely gonna wait out because look at the damage already. It's going up by millions. It doesn't seem like it, but right now we're at 99 times speed, so now we wait. It leaked. No, not leaked. It moved forward. We're gonna have to move these. I'm gonna go down this track now. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know how many more we need. I thought we were close, and we definitely were close. It popped it. All it takes is 5. Maybe 4 if you get the abilities timed perfectly. But in the case of me, you need 5. Sigh. The one that you would think would be able to get it, right? Max it out. I'm so excited for this. I know it's gonna get it. I just don't know if it's gonna be instant or if it's gonna be like 5 million per second like Azili was, or if it can do 10 million per hit, kind of like the bomb blitz. Not super sure what to expect here. Can you even lock on? We don't even need the ability. We don't even need the ability. Oh my god, this is incredible. Any moment, yep, 100 million damage, just like that. The thing is, Sai has an ability where he can do it to everything on the entire screen, so watch this. This is going to be the single most amount of damage you've ever seen come from anything at one time. As they're about to go out, activate this. They all get stunned. They all get stunned. I reset the damage. It was at 600 million because we took care of a couple of them. But look, 0 to what? Any moment now. Come on. We're at 300. We took care of more of them. Just die already. 37 billion damage. All from a single click too. I'm actually going to do one final test. Okay, then I'll move on. Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun right now. I set the spacing to 0. So look at this. They're all going to be grouped up together. Activate the ability. 999 of them right there. So theoretically, this should get us, what would it be? It would be 10 billion. I think it will be. Only time will tell. Yep. No, 99 billion. Oh my god. The biggest one. The stuns normal one. Does it stun MOABs? It does. Slightly. This is going to be easy. Not going to be 0, but it's going to be so easy. Okay, we now have a second one that's offset. Third one. That's still not good enough. We're going to need 4. No, we can do it with 3. Let me retry. He's moving forward, isn't he? No, he's not. See that? Perma stall, baby. That right there will do it. I'm glad I didn't settle for 4 because I knew 3 was possible. This is one of the worst damage dealers too. Even 25 times speed, it's like 1,000 per second from each of them. So obviously we're not going to do that. Pop and awe. Regular attack, not expecting anything at all. It's the ability that I am curious about. Activate it now. Stuns it. Yes, it does. So that stuns for how long? We're gonna need a lot of these actually. There's 10 for you. We got all 10 tech bots down as well. I need to count this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13 seconds. I might play it safe and say 10 seconds because it is like slightly moving forward. I think we need a couple of them like on top of each other. 9, 10, finally activated. Now it won't leak forward, I think. Please. I'm not sure 12 is the exact number it takes. Again, it's all down to ability timings. It might even take like 8 or 9, but this is my video and my experiment, so for the purposes of this video, it takes 12. Dude, mortar is a great category. 2 out of 3. Got it. Corvus. My least favorite hero in the entire game. I hate this thing so much. If you know me, you know I really hate microing. And this literally is the name of this tower. Micro, micro, micro. I think that's what we focused on was repel. And then once it came back in range, we activated this. And repel again. I don't have enough mana. Oh no, I do have enough mana. I just don't have enough time. The problem with Corvus is that if you get down like 20 of them, they all share the same spell book and mana. So if I activated repel on a single one, the rest of them would also activate repel at the same time. You can't offset them whatsoever. When it came to the regular test balloon, one freeze completely froze it. Okay, it couldn't move at all. So let's see how this works. If I can do this, repel at the very last second, it should push it all the way back to the start. It didn't even push it all the way back to the start. Never mind. Converts all mana to cash. We don't want that. We don't need vision. If I'm being honest here, I don't think it's possible at all. Because trample doesn't push it back. I know that. The only ones that are really going to help us out are frostbound and repel. Please correct me if I'm wrong though. I just don't really know what I'm doing with this thing. Overload does a lot of damage, but not what we need. I could just refresh the abilities over and over again so we could repel, refresh, repel again. Sadly, the conclusion that I've come to is that it's not possible. But also, what? It's pushing it back more that time. And then right before it gets to the exit, activate again. And then activate this. This one again. And it doesn't replenish in time. So yeah, okay, it's not possible. I was thinking there for a second it could be, but it's not. Ray of Doom. We're dealing a good amount of damage, 35,000 overall. 35,000 does not mean 100 million. We'll throw a little tenor in there. If you see like these little kind of explosion looking things coming off of it, so that's when two of the paths cross streams. It makes like a plasma pool. It does deal extra damage, but not as much as we need. Oh my god, this one is beyond laggy. Look at that. I moved my hand for 1 second and the plasma pool's activated all over the map because they keep crossing each other. It keeps freezing. It's going to do it again. See that? Oh, it's crazy. Okay, I'm going to leave my hand right here. I'm not going to be moving it around the entire time because then we're just going to crash. So I'll see you in a minute. Actually not. See you in a minute. It has been 30 minutes and this is the progress I have to show for it. We've been frozen for so long. It is never, ever, ever going to move and it risks the game crashing, which sometimes can corrupt the footage, which I really do not want to happen. I don't want to lose a big portion of the video. So what do I even do here? I pressed escape and nothing happened. We're going to have to go into my actual task manager and like manually close the game. Go like this, end task. And it worked. Okay. Dartling Gunner could not get it. I think that's pretty clear. So yeah, we're going to move on. MAD. Regular attack, no stun. This does stun. So what we're going to have to do here is... The fact that it stuns at all is such a good thing. That means we can get it somehow. It'll probably take quite a few of them, but it's possible. See, use these, activate all of them. It's slowly leaking forward, which is not a good sign. I'm going to have to offset them somehow. How did I do it last time? I don't even remember. 8 more, maybe that'll be good enough. If I activate one of them, though, this is the tricky part. If I activate one, it doesn't fully knock it back, so I need multiple going at once, and then it still leaks forward. So we have to activate every last one of them at once. Oh, you piece of shit. Just go down. Just stop moving. Let me try something. Against the regular test balloon, it took 9, but they were also spaced out very strangely. It was something like this. Maybe having them all grouped up is not the best idea. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. He wants to stay still. I know he does. Send in the regular test balloon and see if it's any different. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It gets permanently stalled. It doesn't, like, slowly leak forward. I don't know how many this is, but it's a lot, and it's probably enough. Look at that. It's getting stunned. It's permanently stunned as of right now, but it keeps being annoying, and we just ran out of abilities. Hopefully they refresh in time. I don't know if they will or not. No, they didn't, so we need even more. Whoop-de-doo. All right, this is 66 of them. How much further can I really go? I'm calling it here. We have a good timing with the abilities going. 66, I guess. I guarantee you that's not the exact amount, but oh well. Balloon exclusion zone. No, 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 no. Why would we be so lucky to have that happen? 18,000 damage though, not half bad. Guys, if you use teamwork, if you work together, you could do it. Each individual one of these, all their job is to slightly push it back, and then all their brothers do the same. Sucks that they're dumb, sucks that they don't know what they're doing. All right, that will conclude the military category. BEZ, unfortunately, cannot take care of it either, so we're moving on to magic. Or wait, no, we have a hero before that, then magic. Rosalia. Normal attack, nothing besides every like 4, I think, it does a big blast. Is it not every 4? I don't know. Maybe that's only when it's using the twin guns. Anyways, we have these mines. They activate against MOABs. Do they do a lot of damage? I hope so. Do they knock it back? I hope so. It exploded and it did about 4,000. So it's pretty good. We activate the jetpack. And then it does that. Then we do, oh, that pushes it back. Yes. And then we do the missiles. Does that stun it? No, it doesn't. No, that was the one good part about the regular test balloon. I got down 5 with their tech bots to offset their abilities, so hopefully that'll be enough. Pushing it back pretty well. God damn, this could be it. Oh, it's so scary because you never know. 5 might even be too much. Let's get rid of you and you. Now we have 4. It doesn't seem like it. I know it's getting pushed back right now, but it keeps getting closer and closer to the exit as we go. I think 5 of them was the perfect amount, so we'll throw the tech bot back on there. And yeah. We did it. Good job. Congratulations, Rosalia. You didn't get 1. You're not going to make the special green list, but you did get it with 5. Archmage. I've always liked this guy a lot. I think he's very, very powerful. And if you have him with his cross path, he can, see camo, see everything. Maybe not hit purple balloons, but that's okay. You throw an MIB or you throw something on top of it, you know? 10,000 damage. No. 100,000 damage. Yes. Assuming each of them had 10,000 damage. With the full map right here, we have 253, so that would be 2.53 million, which is, yeah, 2.53% of the way there. We would need to shrink down each of these guys by more than 40 times their size to fill up the entire map with how many we would need. You wouldn't even be able to see them. They'd be like tiny little specks. So yeah, moral of the story, no. Wizard Lord Phoenix. Test 1, no ability. We got 4,050. Test 2, with ability. Is it going to be more? Yeah, we already passed that halfway down the track. So I think we have a pretty clear understanding of what we're going to be doing here. 7,500. And this one looks like a more satisfying version of the ace, because like they go in the circle like they did before, but they also flap their wings as they are right now. It is so cool to look at. Oh my god, especially in that smooth slow motion that keeps happening. You know what time it is? It's go time. Every single one of them is going to rise from the ground, start becoming cool phoenixes, and we're going to deal a lot of damage, and we're not going to be able to see anything. We're going to be blind. So the abilities stopped activating. They finished up their duties. Are they still dealing damage anywhere? I don't think so. I think it went out. Okay, it cannot. Prince of Darkness. Its normal attack is not, I shouldn't even say not really good. It is not good at all. It's terrible, actually. Where it shines is when it can spawn in the dead things. But that doesn't actually happen against the test MOABs. You have to send in a bunch of random shit everywhere. And then it'll start doing that. And even with all of these MOABs, the undead MOABs coming at him, it did 1,500 damage. Less than half of special operations. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get into it. I'm going to call in a bunch of ZOMGs. I think this should be able to take care of a ZOMG. If it doesn't, then there's something wrong with it. Yep, there we go. Call this in. And I guess we'll keep calling in little spawn units because we're going to have a lot of undead MOABs. The one thing I can give this tower credit for is looking really, really good. It's really satisfying, and they're so happy to be here. You see that? If you really think about it, the 2 MOABs, the undead one and the test balloon, it's essentially like a middle school basketball team. I'm talking like 6th graders, children, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who just won the finals. It is that big of a difference. We are nowhere near. Magnus Perfectus. Activate this ability first because it does way more damage than the thing. I've tested this one a lot. Calling in the undead units doesn't really do too much for this guy. The laser is where the real damage comes from. Look at that, 1.7 million damage. We're going to start with 59 because that's a hypothetical. If they all had that exact amount of damage, we would take care of it. And if not, that's fine. We can add another like 5 or 10. We'll see. But to prove it once again, they're all degree 100. Okay, it's not happening again. This will be interesting. I called it in. Activate all of these. Does that make the Phoenix go away? That actually might help with lag a lot. Yeah, they all disappeared, but I don't really know how it works. Lots of lasers, lots of fire on the track. Where does that even come from? There's not like a wall of fire for this thing, is there? I doubt it. No, it's like coming off the MOAB. Everywhere the MOAB goes, look at that. It makes the trail of fire. Uh-oh, Phoenixes are coming back. So if I activate this ability too, is that going to help us out, or the Phoenix is going to be better? I don't know. I'm just spamming the ability. We're going to see what happens. Get a bunch of undead ZOMGs going around. I wish they wouldn't spawn all the way up here. They'd all spawn where the permaspike is, but unfortunately that's not the case. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get it. How much damage do they each have? 1.6, 1.5 to... It's these corner ones, dude. They're not doing great. We're going to add 20 more. The new ones I added, they have like a bright phoenix, and this one's all burnt out. I don't know how that works either. Why does it do that? Even if I press the ability refresh button, it doesn't turn them back to normal. Hopefully that doesn't like dim their power. The good thing about the laser ability is that it's activated for a very long time. So even by the time it gets down to the bottom right corner down there, they could still be going. Also, keep in mind, I didn't reset the damage of the permaspike. If it gets more than 12,900, then we lose. This is so many, and it's honestly so absurd that it takes this level of power to actually pop a little test balloon. Obviously, it wasn't designed with the intention of being popped, but still, I'm crazy, so I want to do that. And now all of our phoenixes are burnt out. So it says once it goes gray, it signifies that it's currently inactive, and that the wizard itself is in mana generation mode. Another thing to keep in mind is that the new ones that I added, this one only has 200,000, so that did not help us at all. These aren't doing nearly as good as they were before. I think the phoenixes being gray really affects it. I was very excited for the wizard, but now it's becoming beyond frustrating. I'm completely restarting. Now they're all going to be nice and colorful. And I'm going to fill up the entire map. The last ditch effort. I don't know what else to do.
One eternity later.
204. More than double than we had last time. I'm activating all the laser abilities early. I don't know if that's going to hurt me or help me, but we have a lot more this time around, so there's more wiggle room. There's more leniency. There's no dark phoenixes. No burnt out phoenixes. And this time I'm going to try something a little different. I'm not going to activate the ZOMG ability, the undead ability, because maybe that's what's screwing us over, dude. But also, if they're gray, they're not doing anything, so we kind of need to. I thought I was going to miss a lot of spots, but there's probably only like one or two more I could even get down. No way, no way, no way. As you can see, there is a fire trail that stopped right here. That means we popped it right there. So all of these guys over here, they have like a couple thousand damage. They barely did anything, so you can honestly like cut the screen in half. I genuinely believe the problem was like those dark phoenixes, which are starting to come back now, as you can see. So 204 was definitely overkill. I'm just gonna go, I don't even know, dude. 120. I guess. Geraldo, our final hero. Geraldo is just like the better version of Corvus, because like you don't have to constantly micro, but you can micro a lot, but also stuff can stay for a while. I don't know, dude. I love Geraldo. So the one thing that's really going to help us here, if it works, is the creepy idol. If you take a look at the regular test balloon, it throws it back. When it comes to the MOAB one, does it? It needs to. It really needs to. Nope. Nope. I already know we're not going to be able to get it. Let's just get down everything. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 road spikes. The rest of these totems, they're just for decoration reasons. They don't do shit. Jar of pickles. Why not? Camo potion, extra range, glue on the track, slow it down, hopefully. Sharpening stones. All the maelstroms, the satisfying part. Bunny. Gonna have to refresh to get the full version of the bunny. I won't use any of the top ones anymore, but I did skip over this. Jerry's Fire. 2 genies, and that's about it. So the rejuve potion, if you look on the right, people like last video told me to do the rejuve potion. It doesn't work. If I do that, it doesn't refresh the abilities. The only thing that does is doing this. So this is our maxed out Geraldo. We can see just how much damage we deal. Pretty quickly we hit 10,000. Oh, I forgot to slow it down, dude, on those maelstroms. They're so satisfying to watch, especially when you have like hundreds of them. It's crazy, dude. Fills up the entire map. 22,874 for this guy to deal 1 million damage, even with the totem pushback. Actually, it's not going to work because it already activated on the MOAB test balloon, even though it didn't push it back. It normally does. If I get another one, you see him, he's moving. Now the issue is to deal 1 million damage, to take care of this guy with the knockback, it took 20 Geraldos. And getting down 20 Geraldos alongside every single little thing he has, it took me like, I don't even know, 3 hours or so. So you got me fucked up if you think I'm doing a full map. I'm just gonna do like, I don't even want to do 10, dude. I'm just gonna do like 5. We stand no chance whatsoever, not even kind of close. Here's 5, even that's a lot going on. I will fill up the entire map, or the rest of the map, with Geraldos, but I'm not going to upgrade them, and I'm not going to get down their stuff. I'm not insane. I don't want to torture myself. They're all level 1. Okay, I'll get down 1 turret. Okay, happy? Call it in. This time I'm going to try my best to not forget slowing it down once it gets to the maelstroms. I thought it was getting pushed back for a second. I was like, no way, we're going to get it. Something's stunning it. Hold on. Wait, what? Why is it getting frozen? Who is doing that? Okay, maelstroms are about to go off. See those everywhere? I can't even think what it would be. The thing is, it very temporarily stuns, but the problem is these aren't reusable. And that time it didn't even stun it. What the fuck is happening, huh? What I was gonna say is that you can't just keep using these because you run out of them. I had to like manually refresh the shop to get more stuff, which is technically cheating already too. Check out this guy, 9 out of 10 road spikes. I put one down. Now they all have 8 out of 10. They share it. All right, I'm sending it in for the final time. I'm gonna get more road spikes and see. Right down here, away from everything else. Honestly, we're gonna sell some of these Geraldos. We're gonna see if that's the cause. Ready any moment. No! Maybe the game is glitching and it's like freezing for a second, but also it doesn't look like that. Could it be glue? If I activate, or not activate, I like stack like 30 glues on top of each other. Is that what it's doing? I don't think it's possible. I think what it did, it was stopping right here. It hits the glue for a second, then immobilizes, then starts moving forward with the glue on top of it. Regardless of the situation, if it stunned in every single spot just for like a split second, even if the whole map was filled up with level 20 Geraldos and all their equipment, it would not be enough damage, I promise you. I sent like 6 or 7 test MOABs through right there. 600,000 damage. It would not, no, it would not do it. True Sun God. Just kidding. Vengeful True Sun God. I'm not sure which crosspath to go for yet. We can get huge range pretty much the entire map, but there's also knockback. I don't think that normally works on MOAB, so it probably won't for this one. We can just test it on another one over here actually. So the front one has knockback and it doesn't actually do it. Okay, so we're gonna go for epic range. Wait, that is knocking it back. What about it is doing that? Huh? I wasn't expecting that, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. All it takes is one, and I'll even wait it out. Um, 100 million. Down it goes. I was waiting to say, but we took care of it before 100 million. I think it's because of these little guys. Yeah, the sun avatars. This one had 11,000. This one had 60,000, which lines up perfectly. So great job, VTSG. Anti-Bloon. I still haven't cross-pathed it. It's not going to just magically push it back like the other one, right? No. Okay, knockback doesn't do anything. So let's sell this, get the other one. Go for the top path. I think that does more damage. So that, activate the ability, 10,000 damage each. Not looking too promising. A lot of criticals, 10 abilities go. Fill up the entire map with red. It's like Chudnovsky from the Green Hornet. The last color you'll see is red. And we're about to see a whole lot of it. 99 of them. Seems like not that many. Like they have a huge footprint too. Look at all that. It's like plasma. And each one of those is doing 10,000 damage, which can normally take care of a lot of things, just not this specific thing. Abilities are ready to go again one more time for the grand finale before it leaves and we don't get it. Overall though, like 40,000 damage is definitely above average for this video. Legend of the Night. My favorite super monkey. It normally knocks stuff back, so hopefully this one too. Slows it down, but not quite. So technically, nothing in the entire game can get past this guy. It could be around 10 million BAD with trillions of health, and it would get sucked up by the black hole. To me, that still counts as long as it deals the damage. So when it goes out, if a black hole appears and we get damage, then we win. And we don't. That is just great. Hopefully it's not just a sandbox thing, though. Let me call in, like, a fortified BAD. Once it gets to the exit, it'll soak it up, right? 159 to... No. It did give the black hole, though. It didn't do that with the test balloon, so it doesn't count. I don't think this will work, but it's worth a try. They each have their own slowingness. No, it doesn't stack. We can teleport, too. Just start throwing these guys everywhere, even though they have nowhere to teleport to. It just goes, like, right where the previously one left. Again, it's unlikely, but maybe having multiple black holes will make one of them activate. I don't know. I turned down the accessibility so we can see it for sure, and no. It's crazy that the mortar, as an overall category, did better than the super monkey. Think about that. Ninja. Does distraction work? No, it doesn't. And now I went for the wrong cross path, so we got to get another one. Seeking Shuriken and Caltrops. I know we missed this little section right here, so it probably would have been like 2,500 damage. Just get them all up, get it over with, so we can move on to something better, something that might actually take care of it. If it wasn't for his sick hat, I would be very mad at him right now, but he's pretty stylish, so can't hate on the swag, hate on the drip. Can hate on the damage output, though. Not even 2,000. I was wrong. This looks pretty cool, though, when I sold them. Full map of these guys. Grand Saboteur. Maybe one of the most underrated towers in the entire game, because watch this. If we set it to round 999, right? We activate his little ability, then call the round in. Look at the damage already. 56 million, almost 100 million, just like that. That's actually crazy, dude. We lost all of our lives, so nothing's actually working anymore, but we hit 1 billion. Now, will that work with the MOAB test balloon? If I activate this, call him in. 25 million. Oh, I might be onto something here. Hold on. We now have 2. If we activate 2, do they each get 25 million? No, they don't. That sucks. It was worth a try. Unfortunately, the actual attack itself is so shitty, dude. Not even 200 damage. What if we use 359 abilities before we call it in? Actually, no, this is plenty. It's freezing my game. One of these is bound to have 25 million somewhere. This will be my game, my test. Can I find it before we lose? It's literally nowhere to be found. Come on, please. Up in the corner, maybe. Come on. Oh, we got it. We got it. It's just this random guy behind the bush back here. Sneaky little fella. He's also have a shinobi stack. I kind of forgot about those, so it's dealing more damage than it was alone, and it still didn't even get 1,000. Master Bomber, our final hope. This one can push back normal balloons. It stuns. It stuns. Oh my god, it stuns. And we've already learned that distraction doesn't actually do anything for this guy. So yeah, that's not going to work. We can't do it with 1, but maybe 2 or 3. Looking like 3. Get another one. Come on. Stop. Get another one. And another. And another. And 1 more. 2 more. 3 more. You fucker. Just stop it. Just slow it down. Now it's not though, right? It is. Oh my god. I can't. This is going to make me so mad. Okay, it's fully stunned. We can get rid of these guys that aren't dealing any more damage or damage anymore. So like always, I'm not going to wait this one out. Let's see just how many it takes. Not 16, so now we have 15. It's good. 14? No. Okay, so 15 is exactly how many it takes. Hey, 15 is not bad though. Assuming you have the unlimited tier 5s mod, you could get this in a real game easily. Ascended Shadow. If the Master Bomber can do it, this guy can do it, right? He throws those cards on top of him, which doesn't stun, but luckily the actual attack itself does. Oh, and it does 25 million for the Shinobi thing. Not Shinobi, the Grand Saboteur. 3, 2, 1, gone. Goodbye. Get destroyed, get shit on, you're garbage, you're not even good at this game. Get banned, get scammed, get permabrew. My favorite tower in the entire game. I love this guy. He's my new pal. We had a falling out quite a bit back, but now we talk things over and we're good. Even though he doesn't do like any damage and sucks as a tower, I'm still supportive. I'm his friend. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Even if it's 22 damage. I bet the calculations in their heads right now is going crazy. They're like, I can't splash on you, but I want to splash on you. I'm programmed to, and there's millions of me around. They're probably freaking out. I'm sorry to put you through that. I made the smart decision of not getting the acid pool, because then the whole map fills up and then it starts to lag even worse than we are right now. But you know what? Maybe it's an improvement. See? Look at that. Instead of 22, we're at 30 now, and we're not even done. He's gonna get like 50. Okay, big man. Everybody tell him he did great. He's a little self-conscious and needs some support. I'm proud of you for trying. Total transformation. Regular barely does anything, just like the previous. Then this guy, he's a big damage dealer. And by big, I mean little. 2,000 damage. Watch how satisfying though. You throw the auto clicker on it, they're all gonna start spawning in as big scaries. You guys ever played the Jimmy Neutron game, Attack of the Twonkies? That's what this guy kind of looks like. He reminds me of one of those. This guy doesn't deserve any praise though, because I know he's trying hard as well. And he's trying his best given the circumstances, but he's also trying too hard. Trying to be all tough and cool like you're not, dude, you're not. Get a reality check. Out it goes. Bloon Master Alchemist. This one should work. If you for some reason never used this tower or never played this game, let me show you what it does, okay? You call in a ZOMG, a big scary balloon, right? It turns it into a red balloon. Soaks up all the damage for it, 46,000 already. The golden bottle is the one you're looking for. You see that? Golden bottle doesn't actually do anything. That's so unfortunate. Interestingly enough, it used to be the case with a regular test balloon. If you got one of these, it would turn it to a red balloon. But Ninja Kiwi said, nope, you're not allowed to do that. It's not fair. This thing was not meant to be popped. A whole lot of gold bottles are about to come in. I'm trying to just like do this one quickly, kind of get it over with because it's not that interesting. Look at this. You'd think that much piss would drown a man. That much piss would fill a small swimming pool. But no, I hate you. Superstorm. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Gonna be interesting. It can push back normal MOAB balloons, and it can push back this normal balloon, not normal balloon. This is another one that's like one of the least damage dealing ones. Actually, it's not even that bad. I'm over exaggerating. It just pushes it so far back. I think even if you had it like all the way down here, it'll push it back to the start, right? Yeah, see that? What if I did this? Okay, hear me out. What if I got it all the way down in the corner right here? It pushes it back here all the way to the back of the track, and I sit here and I let this play out. We're at the maximum speed right now. Can you imagine how long that would take? I think that would genuinely be slower than the Bloon Crush. I didn't even like consider this when I made that short of the worst way possible. It does more damage, but the time between attacks, oh my God, it's so bad. Spirit of the Forest, my best pal in the entire game. Just a second ago, I was thinking there's no way in hell it's gonna get it. It's gonna look cool, it's gonna do fine damage, but it's not gonna get it, right? But then I remembered this little ability right here. It stuns stuff. You call it in regular damage, right? Break the vines. It's actually going to be able to get it, and I'm so happy about it. It's going to take a lot of them, but it's still going to be able to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, about a little over 3 seconds, we'll say. The Spirit of the Forest ability in Bloon CD6 has a cooldown of 60 seconds. So 3 seconds of stunning means we'd need 20 of them for the full capacity in a perfect world, but we all know I'm not perfect. There's no way I'll be able to time it right, so we're gonna do 21. Wait, using a tech bot on it doesn't actually break the thing. It just gives them money. That really sucks. We are gonna have to do it manually, unfortunately, so we go once it gets in the middle, because that's like the most damaged spot. 3, 1, 2, 3, and we just continue to do that until it's dead, which I don't know how long that would take. Probably a very, very, very long time. Something that makes it hard though is that it explodes outwards of itself. So this guy down here, he will explode right here, and then it'll have to like travel up and then hit it. So it makes the timings a little bit off. It's not instant, you know? Very solid work, my friend. It takes, how many do I have? Shit, I already forgot. 21. Avatar of Wrath, normally the best druid, in my opinion, when you combine it with Oban and 4 others or 5 Populus. But in a 1v1 situation, knockback is what you need. If we've learned anything from this video, it's that. Like 1900 damage, that's not going to suffice. Now that's not really the true test. We now have the 5 times Populus stack, so let's see how much it improves. Probably quite a bit, actually. Up to 3,500. Max this out. That'll take care of it. Hey, maybe for a future idea, if you guys want to see that. Oh, I forgot you're not supposed to sell the gold village. It screws everything up. Now it makes all the towers not have range, and you can't click on them, and you can't sell them. You have to just completely go back to the start of the game. But yeah, maybe that could make for a good future video idea. God boosted towers versus the test balloon. I don't think I would use the ones with knockback. Like I wouldn't use a cripple MOAB or whatever. Or maybe I would. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out as I go. But more so stuff like this that can't do it on its own. It's like how many God boosted ones would it take? Because that would probably make this guy get a couple million damage. 50 of those God boosted. Bunch of gold villages everywhere. I think that'd be crazy. Maybe you guys are getting sick of the test balloon stuff. Maybe we'll do something different. I don't know. Let me know. I need your feedback. It goes out. It is not possible. I just put my mic in my mouth. Lord of the Abyss. I have 2 options here. One, I could go for the bottom cross path that'll like increase the range for all of them, or I could go for this one, which it says it freezes stuff, which it doesn't actually freeze stuff. It's a bunch of baloney. So we'll get the Echo Sense network. Now, once we fill up the map, we'll have more. Does bigger range have that big of a difference in regards of terms? Oh my God. Terms of damage, 1230, right? 1230 to 2200. 2600. The Lord of the Abyss is one of the laggiest towers as a full map in the entire game, which is why I'm very grateful we're going against like a single balloon and not a map or rounds, countless rounds full of balloons. Squidward needs to go back to playing the clarinet. He will never make it in this world. He's not tough enough. He's not mean enough. He's not aggressive enough, which is kind of crazy to say because he's an angry man. Kind of deep, but like I think as you get older, you understand Squidward more. You're kind of like when you're a kid, you're like, why is he such an asshole, dude? The SpongeBob and Patrick are just having fun. But also, he makes no money, has to work the boring fucking job every day. He doesn't get any recognition for his talents, which has to be the worst part. And he has to hear all day, every day, non-stop, dude. I would go crazy. Honestly, dude, I empathize with Squidward, and I did not when I was a kid. I thought he was so mean. Enough talking. He didn't get it. We're moving on. Pop sight in. As you can see, we switch maps. I forgot that you can put more monkeys on water, and they get a range boost for it. Please push it back. I beg you, please. Ability slows it down. It doesn't knock it back though. That sucks. The thing is about this guy, the map also is the damage potential, I guess, is dependent on the map. Just like an Ultra Juggernaut, the snowballs bounce around everywhere. So if we had like bushes surrounding the outside layer of this, it would be better, but that's not gonna happen. So settle for this. We've been doing more 10 tests today. Also, I can't slow it down because we're in a custom map. Once you press the space bar, you can't go back. I'm having a pretty hard time getting my words out today. I keep like stuttering, you could say. Not stuttering, like brain farts. All right, buddy, you're walking on thin ice here. Last chance, final straw. You better kick his ass. Activate the auto clicker, and as you can see, it slows it down a good amount, honestly. Whole lot of snowballs going everywhere. It's actually ridiculous. In my opinion, it looks better without the ability active, just because like the fluidity and the motion of the actual tridents going around, they're so smooth and nice. I love it. But right before he leaves, round 2 incoming. One final sucker punch. Maybe we can get him. Whoa. I sold it. Look at the snowballs. That's so cool looking. How long does that even last for? I might be stuck like this forever. It's like trying to hypnotize me. I'm in a trance right now.
Make more videos, play more balloons.
That was so cool. Last but least, the final harmonic. This guy picks up the regular guy. I'm assuming he can pick up this guy because he can pick up ZOMGs. He's going to spin them around for a while, and you think, hey, you get a couple of those. He's going to keep spinning forever, right? He's going to get so dizzy, he's going to be sick and throw up. However, unfortunately, that's not the case. I don't know why or what it is that makes it do this, but like even a full map of this, it cannot stun it permanently. It does for a while, but it always finds its way forward. If I go in 25 times speed, you see he's getting stalled for a while, right? But eventually, I gotta slow it down manually. Pretty big jump going right up to the full map here. But if this somehow can permanently stall it, then I'll find a way. I'll find out like the right number. It's currently up in this left corner right here behind my lives. You can't even see him. He's being sucked off the screen. I'll let it go all the way through, but let me just say, don't get your hopes up. It is a cool concept though, and I think it should work because like once it gets out of the range of another one, it should suck it back into another one. You know, it should only take like 2. Century Champion with deconstruction. If only Pin worked with this thing, but it does not. Call it in. Something I've been curious about is, you know how these little guys explode like it just did right there? Does that deal damage to balloons, kind of like destroying the Paragon version of the Sentry turrets? I mean, it should, but maybe it doesn't work like that. Damage was 7,300. I really don't want to fill up the entire map with this thing, but gotta do what you gotta do. I'm pleasantly surprised right now. That's usually so much laggier than this. Oh wait, once they start shooting. Oh, never mind. We had a little lag spike there. I thought we were freezing from them actually shooting. I reverse to my original statement. It is not nearly as laggy as it normally is, which is so nice. I'm so happy about that. I was expecting to sit here for like 45 minutes waiting it out, but instead we wait like 2 minutes. You know, a lot can happen in 2 minutes. Like I could get out of my chair. I could run to my front door. I could do 10 jumping jacks, probably not 10, 5 jumping jacks, turn around, run back here and sit down and start talking again before it goes out. Should I actually try that? Hold on. I'm coming back. It's not out. Look, I actually did it. Oh, I was saying that from this position right here. If we did it, it was like right here, dude. I can't believe I made that. I didn't think I would. Add some excitement to the video, I guess. They couldn't get it. So moving on. Ultra Boost. And just for fun, we're gonna go for sentry guns because I don't think I've ever seen an Ultra Boost with sentry guns. It's always paired with pin. It's so weird seeing it come off because it doesn't change the colors or anything. It doesn't look like it synergizes well or something. I don't know. With no 10 times Ultra Boost, it will do how much damage? Not a lot whatsoever. 280. Look at that. It's already dealing more than it did previously before it even went around the entire map. Kind of crazy that the Ultra Boost is doing what an Ultra Boost should do. Let's think about this for a moment. Let's think about it rationally together. Do you expect me to get every single one of these guys a 10 times Ultra Boost? Go like this across a lot of them and then have to keep refreshing the whole time. If I was feeling crazy, sure, I would do it, but I'm not feeling crazy right now. We're so close to the end of the video. We're so close to seeing like the Spike Factory Paragon against this thing. I just want to get there. If there's no chance in the entire world that we're gonna get it, I'm not gonna sit here and do tedious stuff that's not even gonna help us, you know? This guy's gonna have double the damage of this guy, but he would need like 10,000 times the damage, or probably more, spread across every last one of them to take care of it. As I said earlier, new day, but still same old voice cracks. I've heard a thing, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but they say your brain doesn't finish fully developing until you're 25, and you don't stop growing, or, you know, you're fully developed once you reach the age of 25. I'm only 22. I got some time left, dude. Maybe that's why my voice is cracking. Maybe I'm growing again. Interesting fact about me, I guess. From 8th grade to 9th grade, like middle school going into freshman year of high school, I was like average height, maybe a little shorter than everyone else. And then I grew, I think it was either 8 or 9 inches in 1 year. I went from 5 foot something to like 6'3" in 1 year. It was insane. Very bad shin and knee pains at that time, but I've been the same height I am right now since sophomore year of high school. I don't think I'll get any taller, but you know, there's always room for hope. Oh, that's crazy. Look at that. It's come, ew. XXL Trap. This and the Bomb Blitz were both featured in that short I made, so I already know the answer to this one. It's gonna be the fastest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Can it take care of it? Yes, it can. 100 million health. Moving on. Master Builder. I have yet to try out the new ability. Look at that. It's an overclock for Paragons. Except it can't overclock itself. What? What if I get one of these fellas, huh? That is so cool. I really wish it was an Ultra Boost and not an overclock. That way it would like stay permanently and we could actually like God boost a Paragon. But you know what? Having something is a start. You know, I can't wait for the future. Let's call it in. Let's check it out. Hopefully there's some sort of knockback. There is. Okay, so is that the engineer's pin? I know it doesn't work normally coming from a tier 5, but from a Paragon standpoint, I think the pin will always be stronger. I can't pinpoint what's doing it. This is so annoying, dude, because look at this. If I go 25 times speed, right? It is slowly lurking forward again, just like the Master Bomber. So we got to get down one more. I think that'll permanently stall it. Maybe it's a sentry turret. Hold on. Put this one here. Is that enough? No, it's not. Oh, we're dealing a lot of damage though. 2 million already from this guy. 400,000 from this guy. And that's without doing the explosions too. I think those do a good amount of damage. No way, dude. You can overclock a different Paragon though. It can't overclock itself, but it can overclock another engineer Paragon, and the one coming from this one can overclock this one. Oh, beautiful synergy. So it seems like no matter how many you have, it'll always leak forward. I don't think one alone will have the damage output or potential to take care of it, but it's very close to permanently stalling it. You throw some glue on this and some ice, yeah, you could probably do it. We're officially about halfway down the track. We have 11 million and 10 million. So each of these should get about 20 million. We wouldn't have enough still. And I don't want to restart, so I'm going to get down 3 more. That would be exactly 100 million, but also we are down the track a bit, so maybe four more. Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw the Ultra Boosts everywhere. The overclocks everywhere. And it goes down. That took a solid 20 or 30 minutes. That was longer than I thought it would be. But look, 25 million, 23, 12, 12, 12, 12. Does that add up to 100? I don't know. The sentry turrets had a lot too. They had lots of explosions, and yeah, it actually took care of it. All it takes is 6. Megalodon. Completely maxed out. 132 out of 132. Push it back. It's pushing it back. Hell yeah, dude. It's doing good damage too. We're already at about 100,000. Actually, hold on. It's like creeping forward a little bit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Nothing another one won't hurt. Second maxed out one. Now it's slowly being pushed back instead of slowly creeping forward, which is exactly what you want to see. But at the same time, it's going to take longer now because look, there's a little pause in between. It's not bad though. It's nothing like a superstorm. Something interesting, if you can even tell what's going on right now, it'll slowly creep up until it gets to this point right here, and then they'll start like throwing it back to the start of the map. I don't know why it does that. We have officially hit 50 million on this one. Almost 50 on this one. We have like 300,000 damage left. Will it be this one? Yes, it was. Awesome. Great job. Giganotosaurus. This is actually funny timing because I'm watching some dude on YouTube right now. He has like a replica Tyrannosaurus Rex skull, like one of those made of like the ballistic gel, and he's shooting it with like rifles and stuff. It's so fun to watch. The actual attack doesn't do anything, but we have this stunning ability. The problem is that it does not stun for very long. We now have 6 of them. You'll notice we only have our original beast handlers though, because look, the copy and paste actually works on this. See that? I wasn't expecting it to, but yeah, it only makes them level 36, so they're obviously not at full potential. But like I just said about the Megalodon, the damage doesn't matter. It's the knockback, the stunning. Keep doing this over and over again, and that, look at that, the ability refreshed by the time we got another one. You know what, just because of my stupidity, we're gonna do one more. 6 is all it takes, but I need more, like 3 more. Finally, dude, that took me, not even kidding, I cut it out of the video like 10, 15 tries. I kept messing up the timings, but if you'll notice, 25 times speed, it is not moving a muscle. I think pretty obviously the one that was 132 out of 132 had 30 million damage, which is quite a bit more than the other ones. They had about 10 each. So I would say 6, but that's not fair. I'm saying 10. Paukai, for the last time I'll say it, 132 out of 132. As you can see, this one has no problem throwing back the regular one, but the Paukai is like one tower I don't really like, and I haven't really tested out. I feel like if I am going to get a beast handler, it would be a Megalodon. I feel like that's the far superior one. Please surprise me. I don't want to do... I was going to say fill up the whole map. Oh, that is wonderful, dude. I love you, Paukai. I love you. Okay, hold on. We passed 100 million. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say we passed 100 million damage, but we didn't pop it right away. I don't get it, but I'm not gonna question it. I'm very happy. Good job, Paukai. All it takes is 1. You made the special list. Permaspike. There's a nice new feature where you can like set the target where you want it to be. I'm gonna put it in this position right here because then it'll hit it. Maybe make 1 or 2 more spikes and hit it again. It's so cool looking, dude. It doesn't normally look like that, does it? Like the big circle in the middle. I swear it doesn't. Regardless, let's call it in. How much damage does it do from 1? Does it soak it all up? 43,000 damage and 45,000 damage. It actually soaked it up, which I'm super surprised about. The normal test balloon just like goes over it and it doesn't get rid of the spikes for some reason. It's very strange. But yeah, 45,000 each. Remember, Apex Plaza Master, 75,000. It still wasn't even like a 10th of the way there. I let them build up a little bit, but every time a new one comes on, it gets more and more laggy. I'm also not going to go through and manually target every last one of these. We're just going to keep them on normal. It's not going to make a big difference. Call it in. Soak it up. There you go. I thought it wasn't for a second. Now it's going to leave like an empty trail behind it. It's honestly super, super satisfying. Hell yeah, dude. This never normally happens. I'm like... kind of being weird right now, like, oh, but like speed it up a little bit, goes through, trail behind. It's so annoying that they keep producing though. I wish they would go over the top and then just stop producing altogether so the track would be empty. There's some dirty little remnants. Carpet of spikes. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous for this one just because of the lag, so let's call it in, activate this. Right now it's gonna be fine, and it's also soaking it up again. This one I expected it to, so it's nothing crazy. But once again, dirty little remnants everywhere. I haven't even been checking the damage. Ooh! That's better. That's a lot better. Almost 100,000. Boom, 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 boom. Unfortunately, the Spike Factory has a larger footprint than a lot of things, so you can't fit 300 or more of them in a map. At least I don't think you can. So like when it comes to 100,000 damage, that doesn't really mean much to us unless we were able to get 1,000 of them down. Isn't that crazy? 100,000 damage 1,000 times is what we need to take care of this thing. Hold on a second. I'm stalling here. I'm procrastinating. First wave of those is not too bad, but again, it's going to have multiple waves and they're going to stack on top of each other. So let's just start it. Let's just get into it. Full map is 198 of them. Auto clicker on. Here's where it gets fun. I think right now is about as bad as it'll get, which is a good thing because it's not that bad. I say that because we've now had either 2 or 3 waves like sprayed out, you know. The abilities will not reactivate for a while. I don't even know if we'll be able to get to it throughout the entire thing. So yeah, definitely could be worse. This is another one that you look at kind of like Quincy and you're like, how the hell is that? Can anything get past that? How about this? I'll give you $5 if you count every single one of them and you tell me exactly how many there are. No random number, I need proof. Sorry, I was watching a funny YouTube video. I missed it again, but it did go out, so it's not possible, as assumed. I'm just trying to get to the Paragon. Super Mines. Last but certainly not least, you'll notice I went in a different order that time. It was bottom, path, middle, then top. Because I think this thing has the most potential and the most damage output. Let these spikes build up a little bit. It was over 100,000 last time. It's probably be around the same. I don't know why it wouldn't be. 85, 90, and 100. Yep, we just barely skimmed it. I don't know how many times I've said this throughout the video, but I was not expecting this. Look at this, the lag. It's not bad at all. Maybe it'll be a different story once I call it in. Kinda, not really. Surprises me. I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as bad as the Carpeted Spikes just because like the sheer amount of projectiles, but this one has so much damage and so many calculations and little explosions and blah blah blahs. So I assumed it would be a lot worse, but I'm happily surprised. All right, it's going now. You know what that means? Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. The mega massive munitions factory. Something interesting about these spikes is that instead of just randomly getting rid of them, they like slowly recede. You like know when it's gonna pop, and then once they break, instead of making an explosion, it puts these purple spikes. Enough build up, enough excitement, damage going up crazy. It is really laggy though. We're already past 1 million on this first little section. We haven't even used the strong part about it, the ability. You activate that, shoots the spikes all over the track, and they're missile spikes. I don't know how much they do, but I'm assuming they stun when they hit. We'll see when he goes over one, like he's about to. No. Okay, so it doesn't stun, but it does a lot of fucking damage. Oh my god. 4 million already. This thing's absurd, dude. I might take back what I said earlier about the Navarch of the Seas being the best Paragon. This might have to be it, dude. 6.5 million damage, and I want you to keep in mind that wasn't even with these active the whole time. Time. And I think this time I'm going to activate the missile ability right before we call it in. There we go. Activate this one, and I'm assuming the damage is going to go up even more this time. Last time 6.5 million. We got up to 8.3 million damage, and I think it's going to stay pretty consistent throughout all of them because of it's only going to spawn in a little section. According to the math, we need 12.08 of these things, so go up to 13. We're not going to take any chances here. We have 13 missile abilities, but for some reason we only have 12 of the production ones. It's an unlucky day for one of them. Activate the auto clicker on this missile. Let's see what this looks like. Going everywhere. Yeah. Is it a set location every single time? And understandably, it is very slow. There's a lot going on to it right now. Poor fella. I definitely expected that even from a low number like this, because if you haven't seen the video where I filled up an entire perfect map with these guys, more than you can even possibly fit on Monkey Meadow, it was ridiculous. I shouldn't say by far, but maybe by far the worst lag I've ever seen in my entire life, and we crashed. They made it like one loop around in what, 4 or 5 hours? That's like going around Monkey Meadow one time in 5 hours. I must say I'm an absolute madman. Hold on, the abilities are ready, but you might see this and be like, it takes 13, really? Because like the Engineer Paragon only took 10. That's less than this. The difference is there's no knockback. There's no stunning from this whatsoever. So it's all sheer power. And we're hitting the perma spike. So 13 was not enough. So adding them all up, their combined damage is I don't know if I did that right. 68.7 million. We would still need at least 5 more. The average seems to be about 4.5 million. So maybe I'll go for like 21 of them. Okay, the last chance, 21 down. We'll do this and then call it in as soon as possible right after those abilities are going down. Hopefully that wasn't too late. Hopefully being a little bit more fair this time, not activating them before the round starts. Activate the speed abilities and I'll see you when/if we get it. That, however, is not a good sign. We're lagging way worse than last time. We're freezing and we might crash. I really hope we don't though. Spinning wheel of death, not responding, wait to respond. And that'll do it. Game over. Video done. Something interesting though is that it got popped right here. So I don't think we needed quite 21. I'm going to say like 19. If it gets past right here, it's not going to... We don't have much to take care of it. But yeah, here's that list I was talking about. Every single tower in the video that can take care of it just by themselves. If it was 2 of them, no. Just 1. Only 1. The best of the best. Kind of. The ones with knockback, essentially. Thanks for watching. Adios.